Okay, just stop it. Share like. Share with me too. That's it, yeah.
We live. People, what's up? Let me put these headphones on. You ready, Lack?
Ready.
I just ready.
I'm gonna share this link.
All right, we just sharing everything, family. We live now. Get ready to get it together. All right.
Yes, sir. Producer Jim.
What's up, Mr. Producer Jim? Producer Jim in the building. You check your mic, Producer Jim. You don't need no headphones?
I think it's all good to go.
You don't need no headphones.
You can hear me, right?
I hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
You hear me?
I'm putting my Albie show. Firestorm.
Hey, these fellas always want to do the Albie show and all that good stuff, and your boy
Donnie Simpson
and everything. So
I'm gonna be me.
He gonna be Lack tonight, y'all.
Be Lack in the building.
Lack is in the building.
Live.
Lack, send out that link to everybody, Lack.
I sent it out.
Cause I know you know everybody. And everybody know you.
I know everybody.
Everybody.
You know everybody knows everybody.
Hey, we got a great show.
Yes, sir.
Hey, y'all live on the Dap It Up live podcast. You know who I am. I'm your boy Dal Tate. You know we got my man
Lack is in the building, and we got who else?
And we got our man, super producer.
Producer.
Jim is in the building.
Like a young Teddy Riley.
A young Teddy Riley.
A young Timberland.
Young Timberland. Young Teddy Riley. You know what I'm saying?
And you know, guys, so we like I like what you said before. We like the bad boys podcast.
Definitely the bad boys of the podcast. You know what I'm saying?
With the super producer in the building.
We got Dal Tate and Lack.
You know what I'm saying?
Bad boys of the podcast.
Super producer in the set.
Can you tell the people where they can find us?
You know, you definitely can find us on the Dap It Up podcast on Facebook, and definitely you can find us on the Underground Lab TV YouTube channel.
And I'm about to post it on Facebook.
I don't know sign language.
That's right. It's on the screen over there, Dal.
Okay, I see that. I got you. I did see that. All right, thanks a lot. I don't know sign language. I barely know.
You know, everyone like himself sign language. I didn't say you say it right, but he know it.
I feel you. I see us over there. We looking good though.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Man, you can find us on YouTube. But you know what? I just posted it up on my Facebook Live as a YouTube channel. You know, you can check us out on that live right now in Roku. Roku.
We on Roku.
All them codes, women codes are cool, you know.
Yeah, we definitely on.
I'm gonna spell it out.
All right, that's good too.
You know.
Hey, we about to make it happen tonight.
We're gonna dap it up.
We gonna dap it up. We got special guests in the building.
Yes, sir. I'm on the homeboys from my neighborhood.
Homeboy from the neighborhood, definitely. You know what I'm saying?
Is he right up the street from Sugar Shack?
Right across from Sugar Shack.
Right across the street from the Sugar Shack.
Okay. Walking distance. You know,
walking distance.
He can jump out. He ain't have to put no clothes on to go to Sugar Shack. You know what I'm saying? He go in his shorts. You know what I'm saying?
Jump across the street, go get a Billy Burger.
Exactly.
Hold up. Let's get my man on the show, man. We got to bring superstar Eric Nicholson on the show.
Come on.
Eric Nicholson, come on,
let's dap it up with him as he come on.
Hold on. And we got Dap It Up.
Yeah, what's up? See President in the house.
Yes, sir.
Across the thing. See President in the house for sure.
Yes, sir.
Got Eric Nicholson in the building.
Yes, sir.
Hey.
Yes, sir.
All right, fam. Throw my headphones back on.
Throw your headphones.
I don't no headphones?
Yeah, headphones and your mic.
Okay.
That's how you roll.
Ooh, I can hear myself.
Oh yeah, you can
pull that mic
and pull a little closer.
All right.
And pull the mic in.
Yeah. Before we get started,
producer Jim is in the building.
I gotta give another shout out to another one of PG County finest, Monty Williams, out of Potomac High School.
Right.
I believe 1989. Coached the Suns to the NBA Finals.
That's right. Exactly.
That's a sports situation, right?
Yes, sir.
You know,
yes,
that's that sports thing. I'm not in there on that sports thing, you know.
Also, I give it up to Mike Morrison, I think he class, I'm going to say 87, 88 Northwestern. He got drafted to the Phoenix Suns.
All right, let's give it up for him.
He love his Northwestern shout out. See,
Let's give it up for him.
Northwestern
I'm going to give y'all all
historian.
PG County knowledge.
Hey, like, you gotta come with something.
I'm gonna tell him about 1992. Graduated Crosland High School. Me.
It's in the building.
Eric as well. You graduated from Crosland as well, right?
Oh, yeah.
Shout yourself out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
86, me and D.
Hey, 86 is in the building. You know, class of 86 is in the building.
Crossland
High School.
Yes, sir.
You know?
Yes, sir. So much shout out. You know, we all Crosland and Northwestern, so
Good people came out of Crossland.
that's right. But we still got this C Pleasant family right here.
Right here.
You know what I'm saying?
Holly Park.
Holly Park, exactly. And down and producer Jim, you on the Compton Hill side.
Oh, well, you know. Close enough.
I hear you, O. Yeah.
Exactly.
All the same raw family.
But once again, you know, we got Eric Nicholson in the building, man. We brought him on here today to he's gonna talk about a little bit of everything. You know, we're gonna talk about some real estate in the metropolitan area.
Okay.
And you know, and we just gonna kick it, basically, family. So we in the building, and actually, Eric, tell us about exactly what you do and on a daily basis.
On a daily basis.
He won everything.
Right.
No, I'm saying in the real estate world.
Little Wendy Williams over here.
You know?
Okay, yeah.
No, I ain't getting Wendy Williams yet.
Well, you're just drinking water. Wait till you get some cocktails around here.
Exactly.
Well, I'm like, walk in, it's a full bar. I'm like, wow.
Fix your headphones up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
Let me help you out. You got to.
I gotta make sure you're looking good too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Adjust that right there. Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
Now you're officially in the building.
That's what we talking about right there.
Yeah. Well, you know, the real estate game, it's not for the faint of heart. You know, everybody thinks, oh, I can just run out here, get my license, and I'm gonna make all this money. Oh, thank you. Make all this money, but you know, it takes time. It takes time. I'm 10 years in the game.
Okay.
Started in 2011. January 2011, I used to be a marketing executive for a credit union.
Okay.
And what happened was I got laid off. That was during that whole, the housing crash.
Yeah, I remember that when they had that big bubble, and then everything like everything did.
Right. Yeah. So I was, as a consequence of that whole thing, I lost my job. I got laid off.
Okay.
But I was studying for my real estate license because I wanted to do it part time. You know, I thought it'd be some good part time work. And by the time I got laid off, I had passed the classes already. And so my broker, the guy who was going to hire me to work part time, he said, "Hey, well, you ever thought about doing it full time?"
Right.
I said, "No, no, But I had severance and I had leave, all this stuff. So I had about 6 months worth of, I said I'm gonna try this for a few months, and if it don't work out, I'm gone.
Right.
And 10 years later, here I am still.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah, I mean, but the road wasn't easy. I mean, you got to have, if you're trying to really get your first year, you got to have at least 6 months to a year savings because you're working on building up your brand. Because even your friends and family ain't going to trust you with like the biggest purchase of their lives right away. Right. So you got to work on building up that rapport, building up your reputation, being out there, working open houses, making calls, all of that. I mean, it's hardcore, boots on the ground sales.
Right.
Yeah.
So when was the first house? What was the first house you sold?
The first house I sold was a buddy of mine. Met him over the years, and I posted on my Facebook. I was doing a first-time home buying seminar through this organization called Housing Counseling Services, and they host every week through like a HPAP program. It's a first-time home buying program that's in DC.
Right.
And they bring on like lenders, title people, and agents to come talk about what it means to be a home buyer, the process, so forth and so on. So I posted that, hey, I'm doing a first-time home buyer program. And he saw that.
Right.
And he reached out to me. He was like, yo, hey, I've been working with this guy. He hasn't really been showing up. He's not answering my calls. You really seem serious about what you're doing. Can you come over and talk to me about selling my house?
Okay.
Right.
And at the time, this is like about 2013 or 2012, 12, something like that.
Okay.
And his place was on 10th and H, Northeast.
Okay.
And you know how 8th Street is today, but
Right.
even back then it was on the come up.
Right.
And that was my first sale. It was a $500,000 sale. It was a $525,000 sale.
Wow.
Got snatched up in like a weekend.
It's a nice profit for you.
How
huh?
much? Yeah, that's why I was going to ask you how much commission you got over there.
Everybody want to know about the money. Everybody get all like,
Everybody always
you
wanna know
know,
about
It's all about the money, you know, at the end of the day.
it all depends on your splits with your broker and all that kind of stuff. But generally, 3% of
It was a good payday for you.
It was a very good payday for me. It was
Okay.
my first listing, and that was after a year of being in the business.
Right.
Wow.
And so that
Wow.
actually motivated you. What that actually motivates you when you get that first nice pay.
Yeah, and it also it actually makes me a little bit. It makes motivates even more when it's somebody I know.
Right.
Because I'm like, I can't disappoint.
Right.
I mean, I don't want to disappoint anybody, but especially if it's somebody who's a friend or family.
Right, right.
The pressure's I feel like the pressure's even more
Right.
on.
Right.
Okay.
But yeah, man, that was my first listing sale, and you just got to keep grinding, keep putting it. Don't stop. Don't just you get your list, the sale, and you want to like chill, sit back. You got to keep putting yourself out there, keep generating business.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And I see
What
that
you
you,
saying?
I watch a lot of your Facebook, Instagram stuff and everything. And I see you always doing listings and stuff like that and working hard on, selling your houses and stuff and actually promoting yourself and everything. But do you work for a real estate company or do you just work for yourself?
No, I'm associated with a real estate company,
Right.
called TTR Sotheby's. Sotheby's is a international brokerage, one of the top in the world.
Okay.
I didn't get there overnight, but
Right.
I got this. I've going on 4 years being there.
Right.
So as a result of, I started off at Keller Williams, and I went to another firm, and one other firm, and then I landed at Sotheby's.
Okay.
And
So how does that work? Do you get to pick and they accept you? How does that work?
Yeah. Well, in this instance, I spoke to a mutual friend of mine who's also a realtor who worked at Sotheby's, and I just mentioned that our team was looking to find another place because the place where we were, opportunities were really limited. And so he spoke with the managing broker at that office at Sotheby's, and recommended us to give a call.
Okay.
And we got the call, and
So you took your whole team,
it was a team of us at the time, a team of 4 of us.
Okay.
And we were at this boutique firm called M Squared in Logan Circle off of 14th Street.
Okay.
And, it's a boutique firm, so it's much smaller.
Right.
It had like one office.
Okay.
But it was nice. It was cool. But we were like, all right, we need to expand. We need to get to some.
And I'm learning like right now too, because I'm like, when you say firm and stuff like that, I never thought about like, it's like you like a law firm and you have like a real estate firm.
Right.
And I'm like learning like, okay, that's like in the same
Same
type of situation.
Exactly.
And everything.
Yeah, so you got to know what firm or company was going to benefit you in terms of giving you access to bigger, higher price listings.
Right.
More high-end clients.
Right.
Just access. And so
So that matters a lot on what firm you with,
It
what real
matters.
estate firm you with.
that's a whole lot.
Because you with like a small real estate firm. I'm not gonna call no names and nothing, but if you with them, you like limited
Yeah.
on what you can sell.
Well, I understand you're not limited on what you can sell, but it's just the knowledge of your company is really what gets people's attention.
Okay.
So whenever I go on a listing appointment and, they're like, oh, you with Sotheby's. Oh, okay. Like, wow. All right.
Right.
You know what you're doing.
Okay.
So that the brand really is powerful.
Okay.
Because Sotheby's, they probably don't sell homes like in Capitol Heights. They sell homes in Potomac.
Well, wrong.
Oh,
Actually, just so you know, and it's a misnomer, unfortunately. People think because you work for a brand like a Sotheby's,
Right.
that we only exclusively sell high-end properties. Not at all. Incidentally, last year I sold a house on Cedar Leaf.
Wow.
Yeah?
What's the address?
Cedar
What's
Leaf.
the
I
street
don't
name?
remember the address, but I just know
Okay.
it was crazy. But I saw a friend of mine. He had bought it. He was renting it out for the longest time. He was ready to get rid of it, and hired me because I sold him a house in Cheverly.
Okay.
So he came back and said, hey, I'm trying to sell my house in Sea Pleasant. Can you help me out?
Right.
I'm like, of course. Over 50% of the properties that we sell at Sotheby's are under $500,000.
What?
So we don't, we always explain, hey, listen, we don't care what your price range is. It's not about a luxury property. It's about luxury service.
So, so y'all do y'all sell commercial real estate also?
We do. Okay. We do. I'm not in the commercial space. That's a whole other licensure situation. But no, I'm purely residential.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's been a great ride so far, so good. Little shout out my Instagram, Eric Selling DC. Check me out. Look me up.
Definitely, we was going to get to that part. we tell the audience where to find you at.
Right. Okay. You're right. I jumped the gun.
You ain't jumping. You good?
Yeah, so,
you're just putting us on point.
So let me ask you a question, Eric. So you said, well, my man said you want to buy a house if you got to do it. But so let me ask you a question. You say you're not into commercial, right? So do y'all have people that's into residential and commercial, or just separate entities?
Oh no, you have some agents who have both licenses, who could do either one. Okay. I just don't have the commercial real estate license. Okay. So if somebody's interested in a commercial property, I certainly have someone with whom I can refer you.
So you gonna kick them to? Yeah,
just like, hey, yo, this is your guy. Okay. All right. Yeah. So lots of opportunity, and in terms of the real estate process, like you said, your boy said, if I can give him a good deal, right? One of the first things I need everybody to know is when you start to first look for your house, condo, whatever, please talk to a lender. Right. Get pre-approved. Mm-hmm. Don't call some agent to open doors for you to just you curious. Right. Go on your own, go to open houses, get a sense of, what you want to, how you want to live. Mm-hmm. But that's key. Always get your pre-approval first. Talk to a lender, or if you know an agent, he can refer you to a good lender. Right. So you can know what your buying power is going to be.
Appreciate you.
Exactly.
Jerry Hamilton said, "What's up to you, Eric?"
Jerry
Hamilton.
Wow. Yo, hey Jerry.
Another Sea Pleasant Drive
all day. Yep. See, Oh my God. That's
everybody. Sea Pleasant Drive. Sea Pleasant Drive was deep, wasn't it?
Oh my God. Right.
That was a long, nice, man. Good neighborhood.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know if I remember we must have somehow arrived in some kind of way when I was listening to the radio, and it was like a commercial that said from here in the Sugar Shack and back, meet me at the Sugar, something like that.
You talking about Joe Clay?
Yeah, Joe Clay. It was like from here to Sea Pleasant and back, meet me at the Sugar Shack. I was like, what?
Joe Clay, that's his thing. Joe Clay on 95.5. That's his what's you call it?
That's his
thing. That's his urban radio.
Oh yeah, Sea Pleasant is deep right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's out there. Yes, sir. A lot of people from Sea Pleasant is doing some good positive things in the communities and stuff like that, and done got to another level in life, by coming from that area and stuff. We definitely moving forward and everything, and that's what it's all about, and that's what Dap It Up is all about. Actually bringing friends, family, people from the neighborhood, and everything that's out here doing positive things and doing things in the community, and actually to highlight different people and let people know what we're doing, because after, I don't ever hear about class reunions too much anymore anyway.
Yeah,
and so this is another way of, uniting and everything and coming back together and letting the people know in life. You know?
There used to be some kind of a reunion. They used to hold at Watkins Park or something.
Oh yeah, you talking about Sea Pleasant?
Yeah. I went one year.
They're gonna do another one. It's coming up. I think the one they're doing this year gonna be at Sandy Point.
Okay.
I think sometime.
Really?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Somebody alert went off.
There's a
storm alert going on. Yeah. But Wendell Bowe from around Central Gardens, he always promotes it.
Oh, he does.
So I think it's Sandy Point this year, I think.
Okay.
I will look it up. But
we're going down to Sandy Point, the white sand beach.
Yeah.
the orange sand beach.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Sandy Point.
I went one year, and it was real surreal to see everybody that's from back in the day
Yeah.
And it was just like, oh man.
And they always do the event at the Holly Park one too. They do the event, the Holly Park union type thing they do.
Yeah, I think they.
Where at?
I
Right
think
down
they
in
do
Holly Park.
Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah, every
do
now and
something
then
down there.
throw
They
something,
do
yeah.
something down there.
Okay.
But I think they're going back to Watkins Park next year. I think this year is just gonna be at Sandy Point because of the situation or whatever.
Okay, that's
Like I
great.
said, so but I'll post it. I'll let y'all know. what's
Yeah, that's
going
good to know.
Yeah, definitely. We'll post it up. You know?
on.
So what do you what are your thoughts on the current market, current housing
Oh,
market?
the current housing market has been just ridiculous since I would say the first quarter meaning the beginning, like from January to like March, April. It just really just started bubbling up and it's been insane. It's
In a good way, right?
in a good way. Well,
In a good way for
well,
a
if you're a
seller.
seller, you know, I've been working with a couple. Thankfully, up until now, I've had clients that we've just been, just getting beat out from offers. You know, no matter how competitive, it's just everybody wants to buy a place.
Right.
It's insane. But if you're like owner of a single family home or maybe in a townhome, it's a little bit easier. Those are more popular.
Okay.
The condo market is a little bit softer. Doesn't mean they don't move. But
Right.
they're a little softer.
Right.
You have a little more access if you're looking for a condo.
Okay.
But you still got to be pretty creative out here, particularly in D.C. proper. But Prince George's County's getting a ton of love because
Right.
people, like, all right, I get more space, a little more bang for my buck, just across the line.
Right.
I just showed property before I came here this evening over in this neighborhood called Woodcrest or something. It's right off of Southern Avenue, literally across the street, right on the DC line.
Okay.
Right.
Townhome, brand new, renovated, under 500,000. No, excuse me, under 400,000.
Okay.
3-bedroom, 3-level, granite countertops. I mean, the whole nines.
Right.
So PG's getting some love because it's
Right.
seeing, you get more bang for your buck.
Right. You still in the metropolitan area,
Absolutely.
Almost like 5-10 minutes from everything.
Everything,
You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
exactly.
I actually hear that. I've been hearing that. I mean, people have been putting like 100 over the asking price.
Man, yeah.
Getting it. They want it.
So that's some stories I'm hearing. Yeah, I have not had that issue with buyers to go over, but I mean, I'm under contract now for 2 properties. I'm representing buyers on them. We did have to come above list, not that much, but we had to get competitive in terms of, home inspections, appraisals, all of that to really make our offer that much more competitive.
Okay.
And but it's not a game out here.
Yeah, I had another question about I had a experience with or some people may be wondering out there, like bad experience with realtors or something like that. Not actually bad experiences, but is it hard to work with someone with challenging credit or anything like that?
Sure, but what we would do.
Or how do you deal with that?
Well, what you do is you connect them with someone who helps your credit, fix your credit,
Right.
while you're getting your finances in order.
Right.
So, I have great credit repair colleagues, vendors
Right.
who help. We will sit down. Basically, everything starts as a consultation,
Right.
a buyer consultation,
Okay.
and we ask those questions. We get real. We just get in your business,
Right.
to make sure you are really ready to purchase a house.
Right.
And if you're not, how can we get you ready?
Right.
And I'll ask a buyer, just say, hey, just go to Credit Karma, bring your credit score here, and let's talk about where you are in the buying, with how we can proceed with your ability to buy a house.
Right.
And if your credit score is like 6, 5, what have you, I'll refer them to one of my credit repair partners, because it actually doesn't take a long time to get your credit repaired.
Right.
It takes maybe 60 days, 90 at the most.
Right.
If you do what you're supposed to do, depending on where you are. And of course, you've got bankruptcies on that, but it's a whole other animal.
Right.
But generally, people, get behind. Life happens.
Yeah. I mean, even in first-time buyer situations, because I know when we was purchasing our condo, me and my wife, it's like first-time buyer situation and everything. But we had a great realtor, and it's like, but when we reached out to we wanted to upgrade and probably buy another place, it was like the realtors that, agent people that we was meeting was not willing to work with you like the first person we had, the realtor, because she really like work with us, like walked us through everything.
Uh-huh.
And nowadays it seems like a realtor basically, they first thing they do, they'll check your stuff, or they'll see this, or they'll send you a bunch of listings, and like you go look for this or you go look for that. It's like I might have been spoiled, or at that time it was a different time in life where you was like, that realtor was really working for. Maybe she was just hungry and she was like, oh, come do this, we gonna do this, we do that. It's like she held our hand all the way through the process.
Yeah.
But nowadays I see that a lot of realtors that I've been interacting with, whatever, just seem like they don't have the time for the person.
Well, educate yourself. The reviews are all over online with an agent you choose to work with.
Right.
I have reviews all over the internet, and that's not by accident.
Right.
After every transaction I do, I ask my clients to write me a review.
Right.
About your experience with me or what have you, because people check you out.
Right.
People check you out, and I think we have to be vigilant about someone who's going to represent us on probably the biggest expense of our lives. It's worth that research. It's worth you doing your due diligence as a client, a buyer, or even a seller.
Right.
To know who's going to give you that level of attention, professionalism, follow through, all of that.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's key. So, you had an amazing experience with this other agent. Maybe you should have gone back to her.
Yeah, well, just couldn't locate her no more.
and that's okay, But if you can't find an agent anymore, she could have retired. Who knows?
Yeah, she probably retired or something.
But now you know one.
Yeah, definitely got one now.
And I'm pretty sure
I got one now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure agents are just like everybody else. I mean, just like a contractor, just like a IT person. Everybody, you got to find out who gonna give you what you want.
Yeah.
I don't expect every agent to be just like Eric or just like you, or what I'm saying. Everybody is different. You know what I'm saying.
Right.
So you just once you find when you're pretty sure you.
Yeah, and personal referrals. I mean, if you have friends and family who had a great experience with somebody, I mean, they'll tell you, hey, my agent was great. You can give him or her a call,
right,
or what have you. So. Personal referrals are always good.
Yeah, the only reason I just brought that up because I just wanted to make that a point, and actually for the audience and everything too, they may have that similar situation, or maybe want to ask that question or something like that. That just to, I guess, be aware, or to be just to bring it to the attention that some agents actually will work with you better than other agents, and it's agents out there what first thing they do is look at, because they ask for your financial statement or whatever, and once they see that you maybe be like, okay, maybe you're not going to be able to purchase that $400,000 or $500,000 home, so if you say you're looking for a 250 or 150, they like, oh, I'm not even going to deal with that.
Well, yeah, I mean, unfortunately, you do have some agents out there who feel like it's just a waste of their time,
exactly.
To go, to not work with certain price points for certain people.
Right.
That's their loss, in my opinion.
Right.
So
you would sell $100,000 home.
Man, I have sold a $68,000 trailer.
Right.
Okay.
See, that's what I'm talking about. That's like with good information for people to know.
I sold a double wide in Halifax, Virginia for $68,000. That's a car. That's the amount of a car.
Right.
Car note. There's no price point too low.
Okay.
All money is good money,
All money is good money.
Yeah, what I'm saying.
But I can certainly sell, the higher price point.
Right.
Last year we had our team had the privilege of representing Dwight Howard. And selling his penthouse on Capitol Hill.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was a huge.
That's the one I bought. No,
not quite. I think yours is next door.
All right.
So you don't got no cap on your salary, bottom line.
No cap on your salary.
That's my mentality. I ain't got no cap on my salary. Ain't no job too small. Ain't no job too big. I want all of them. So.
Exactly.
That's what you gotta have,
Yeah, I mean, and I look at whatever price range. If somebody's looking for a $250,000 property or $300,000, whatever, these are steps that and you're not gonna retire in a $250,000 condo.
Right.
You're gonna life stages. You're gonna eventually get married, have kids, so you're gonna need to go move into something bigger.
Right.
You're going to eventually want to move to, maybe from a condo, you want to move to a townhome.
Right.
And from a townhome, you want to move into a single family.
Yeah.
So.
And then also, you could be downgrading because as we get up in age, we probably want to like, I don't need this, $1 million home. Now I need something a little smaller.
Yeah, I'm working actually incidentally with two clients of mine. They are empty nesters.
Okay.
They're downsizing, elderly.
Right.
And families, moved out, married, got grandkids, and this is actually one woman, lovely woman. She lives in Silver Spring, has a house, but she's ready to downsize.
Right.
And we just went under contract for a 2-bedroom condo in Leisure World. She's going to a 55+ community.
Okay.
So it's you got the front end and the back end, people downsizing and people who need to
upgrading at the same time. So
yeah,
so you got to be able to deal with all sorts of things like that.
Oh man, I'm telling you, everybody, you're somebody's counselor, you're somebody's soundboard. I mean, it's a very emotional journey for any seller or buyer when you get into real estate.
Right. Do you think that this was like a great job for you or perfect job for you, like something that you didn't realize was there, but when you got into it, it was like, hey, this is what I like to do, this is what I love to do? Or
to be perfectly honest, my first 6 months, I was like, what the hell am I doing?
Okay.
I was still looking for jobs.
You were trying to figure out how to get out of here.
I'm like, this is just not, I'm not used to this whole, like, nothing coming in. And each day, I'm getting hung up on, have these leads. I have an open house every weekend. Because the reason we do open house is to try to capture clients and so forth and so on.
Right.
And so I'm just like, I don't think this is for me. I'm just going to I'm on the low, look for another job.
Right.
And, must have been God or the universe, because I had interviews and never got them. Never got those jobs.
Okay.
I'm like, what is going on? It's also,
that was a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, so, but over time, things started to happen.
Okay.
But, it's not a quick turnaround in real estate. You really have to, it's a long game.
It's a patience game. You got to be patient.
Yeah, and stack your money, have your resources, be able to sustain while you're out there getting your.
I noticed you keep saying stack your money. Had that nest egg. If you're going to go into the real estate game, money just don't fall off the trees. You know.
Prepare for it, like any entrepreneurial venture. You got to prepare for it. You can't just jump out here and just think the money's just going to fall out of a tree.
Yeah.
That's in any profession, any entrepreneurial endeavor. So real estate is no different.
Yeah. So real estate is like basically you're working for yourself. It's like when you do real estate, you're a real estate agent. You're self-employed.
Right.
Working under the firm.
Exactly. And we have a saying in real estate: your next transaction is built in your current transaction.
Okay.
So what that means is, like, you do well with this client, they're going to sing your praises for the rest of their lives. They're going to be sending you more and more clients.
Like I'm praising. Her name was Muji, and I'm praising her. But
you can't find her.
Yeah, I can't find her, but she was great. She was good. You know what I'm saying? That's why people do. I mean, if you do good by people, people definitely will spread that word.
Right, and it's also incumbent upon us as realtors to stay in touch with you guys, to stay top of mind, to see if you, because for our team and for me personally, I'm with you long after the transaction.
Right.
Whatever you need, or you need advice, because when you buy a house or a condo, or whatever, things happen in that house or condo. Right. Like, hey, I think I want to paint my wife's pregnant. We're going to have a baby room. I need someone. I hire a painter. Who can I call? You know what I'm saying? You have a vendor list. Something went wrong with my toilet. Do you know a plumber I can call?
Right.
So I'm that resource for everything that could happen in that house long after you close.
Right.
So.
And I just got on your vendors list.
Yeah. Dallas Taylor just got my vendors list.
Taylor Fresh Paint and Repairs is on the vendor list.
So have you had any repeat customers lately?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I have one. Yeah. I've had a few. I have a few repeat clients. Absolutely. This one couple, they bought a place in Anacostia, a condo in Anacostia, and I don't know, 8 years later, they called me up, and that condo probably costed like $200,000. See, I work all price points. And they called me up like 7, 8 years later because they got kids now. Like, all right, we gotta find something else. But they wanted to stay in D.C.
Right.
And they said, well, we want to spend up to like, you know, $700,000, but we want to remain east of the river, blah blah blah. Well, so we were having some trouble finding something that fit the bill. So I found something that was off market, and I knew they could afford it, but it was $900,000.
Okay.
And I just took a picture of it and texted to them. I said, what do y'all think about this? And they were like, interesting. Right. And when it came on the market, and we went to see it, the show, they didn't expect they were going to like it because they thought it was a little too traditional.
Oh, okay. What's off market meaning?
Oh, off market.
It's empty.
Well, actually, it's a property that the seller is preparing to put on the market, so they're doing repairs, all of that. And they'll also have a sign saying coming soon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was actually in my neighborhood.
Okay.
I saw this particular house, single family home, beautiful, but they were doing repairs on it. And I called the agent, get a little intel prior to it coming on the market. And I showed them. And as soon as it hit the market, we were right in there, and they loved it, put an offer. And do you know they came up $200,000 and got that? And they wanted that house.
Okay.
But it takes an agent to do that kind of groundwork. Right. You know, it ain't just depending on the MLS to find your client something. Sometimes it's boots on the ground. You driving around that neighborhood that they want to live in to see what opportunities are coming.
Right.
And be able to put it in front of them when you find them.
Okay.
Above and beyond.
Yeah, and with the fact they're willing to go up in price.
Right.
You know.
Property.
Yeah, so that worked. So they were a repeat. They were a repeat situation, and they referred me, and I know they're likely going to have me sell their condo, the one that sold them in the first place, down the road too.
I mean, the condo should be like double, triple the price now.
It did. They bought their condo for $200,000 back in 2013. That thing is it's probably worth around the mid 400s.
Jesus.
Oh, yeah, in Anacostia.
Okay.
Anacostia. Condo, not house. Condo. But it's a 2-level condo, 3-bedroom.
Right.
You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Another thing I wanted to ask you was, how do you ever work with any investors? It just like buy houses to flip and
incidentally, incidentally, I'm working with an investor right now. We closed on a deal next week. This gentleman here, I actually know him from the barber shop.
Okay.
And we're always talking, real estate, what have you. And he knows I'm in the business. And I said, hey, I have this, and this is an off-market deal. This is a friend of mine whose grandmother, they're downsizing. And the house is just, she's done nothing to the house.
Right.
Renovating nothing, had been in there for 61 years.
Wow.
Oh. 61 years. I was like,
long time.
Right. And my friend who's her grandson, called me and said, hey, we're trying to, move grandma out, relocate her North Carolina.
Right.
We need her to go ahead and sell her house.
Exactly.
And I talked to actually 3 investors I knew who, and do you know it's a bit of a bidding war?
Oh, yeah.
For this house? And this is over there in this neighborhood in Northeast called Rosedale. It's off of Benning Road.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's over that way.
Right.
And we got this house needs work. Don't even have central air.
Right.
And it bidded up to almost $500K.
Wow.
So if you bid it up to $500K, I mean, imagine what it's going to sell for.
Oh, it's going to, because there's a house, because the after renovated value for that house is well over $700,000.
Right.
So it's just under $500,000. 2 developers, 1 investor, and the investor I know from the barbershop, he's the one who got it.
Okay, that's good.
Barbershop.
Yeah, that's real good.
Barbershop.
that barbershop talk.
It paid off. The barbershop paid off.
Listen, man, every situation needs to pay off.
Right. Yeah.
I've had clients from the gym, the barbershop, certain professional clubs that I'm a part of. I mean, everything, everywhere, anything social network or network I'm a part of is an opportunity.
Right.
Okay. You gotta promote yourself.
Can you give us a loans for dummy type of
loans for dummies?
like you got VHA, FHA, VA.
Oh, okay. So right now in this area, FHA is the most popular. It's most popular for people who don't have a whole lot of cash. Mm-hmm. So you get to put a little bit. You get put less down.
Right.
Unfortunately, in this area,
which one is that?
FHA. Sorry.
FHA.
I should have been more clear about it. Yeah, FHA.
Okay.
And the other product is a conventional loan.
Okay.
They do have products you can put down as low as 5%, and you can go up as high as 20% down.
Okay.
Now, with a conventional loan compared to an FHA loan, an FHA loan is going to require the property to meet certain conditional requirements in order for that property to be financed.
Right.
Whereas a conventional loan, it doesn't require that.
Mm-hmm. Right.
VA, no money down, and that's really just a very straightforward guaranteed government backed loan. But they're all government backed, but a VA loan is actually a really strong product as well. Mm-hmm. In this area, the most strongest product you want to go with, if you can, is conventional.
Right.
Because both FHA and VA on some levels have property conditional requirements for a property.
Like they may need to fix certain things and stuff like that.
Exactly. VA is not as stringent as FHA, but it's still there. Mm-hmm. But it's a great product because it's no money down. Mm-hmm. And if you get a property that's, brand new renovated, or brand new, VA is perfect. Mm-hmm. Right. And on some level, FHA.
But to get a VA loan, you have to be. You have to be a vet.
Yeah,
anybody can get a VA loan.
No,
right.
You would have had to served.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, so obviously there's that restriction.
Okay.
Too, but if you can swing, the most popular product in this area because it's so competitive is a conventional loan product.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because that's a very much cleaner loan, less restrictive, and you'll get to a seller sees that as getting to the settlement table without a whole lot of problems.
Right.
Yeah. So
and another question, do a lot of your I don't know if you know about this part, but once you sell a house and like I have my mortgage and your mortgage has been sold multiple times, that's like out of your control.
Man, my mortgage has been sold 3 times.
Yeah, is that like a headache though, ain't it?
They'll just reach out. The new mortgage company will just reach out to you saying who they are and how your mortgage is still remain the same. You're just going to send us the payments now.
You go send me the money now.
Right. The loans get sold all the time.
Okay.
All the time. That's a very common.
And ain't nothing you can do about
your
mortgage getting sold all the time. Your loans getting sold.
Nothing you can do about it.
Because he's an agent. He's not the
I'm not the loan officer.
I'm just wondering how people deal with that type of situation. You may have some knowledge on it or something like that.
It's not. It's very seamless. It's
simple thing.
It's simple. Like you say your loan got sold. It wasn't a headache for you necessarily. They didn't increase your interest rate. They didn't mess with your numbers. Right.
But you comfortable with somebody? You say if I was comfortable with it seemed like you was comfortable with them. Mm-hmm. And then next thing you know, you're getting some information from somebody else.
Right.
I think me personally, I just think you should have some type of knowledge of that or something. Just to get a letter in the mail to say, oh, see your money here now.
Right. Yeah.
It's kind of rude.
And they kind of rude.
That's just kind of rude. I'm saying? I know we can't do nothing about it, but I'm saying I just don't like it.
Right. I didn't ask you to tell me where to send my money, change my daggone,
I might not want to be in business with that person, You might not want to be in business with that person.
Well, they might have went out of business. You never know. It's a reason why they do things like that.
Yeah.
So, let me ask you a question, Eric.
Yeah.
Well, when is your most busy season, should I say? Do you have a busy season?
Oh, yeah, there's a busy season. This time of year, man, spring, summer. That's the busiest time, and sellers are very savvy. Right. That's when they put their house on the market because they know there are buyers out here that during that time.
Trying to come out the house and
come out the house. Yeah. It's the month of May is the most popular month for people to move. In the month of May, around Memorial Day week, around Memorial Day.
Right.
So you have a lot of movement of people who are closing around that time, or they're going to close not soon thereafter, or what have you. So, but in this area, we're in a bit of a bubble because, we're the nation's capital. We're in the DMV.
Right.
So people, we have more buyers out here than we have inventory. Mm-hmm. So we got people out here looking all the time.
Right.
All the time. So we're a very robust market, which is awesome.
Right.
They're busy. Are there busier times of the year than others? Absolutely. But there is a consistency in the level of busyness for us agents. With us agents who have a pretty good, database and client base, and what have you. But yeah.
I had asked you. Oh my God.
No, go ahead.
I had actually asked, have an agent call me, was like, do you know somebody selling their house? I'm like, not because they're trying to help sell a house, because they need a house
to sell.
Yeah, they need a house to buy.
Oh, okay.
Their client, clients looking for a house to buy, so they ask like, anybody selling the house because they needing houses.
Yeah, it's very indicative of, like I said, the lack of inventory that we have. You have agents who are making these calls. My mom in Sea Pleasant, she says she gets calls almost every other day about people trying to ask her to sell her house.
Your mom still living in Sea Pleasant?
Yeah, she's still over there.
Okay.
House paid for. She was like,
Hey, that's great.
Yeah, wow. I leave.
That's still your home then.
Yes and no,
It's her home, not your home, right?
Right, but yeah, it's insane when it's happening in neighborhoods that I didn't even expect to happen.
Right.
That people get these calls. I mean, I expect it in DC.
Right.
But I'm like, District Heights, Capitol Heights.
Yeah, everybody's trying to buy somebody's house now.
Mm-hmm.
And another question I have for you is, do you work with any like leasing properties? Because in
Rentals?
DC now you have so many high-rise buildings that's going up, when apartments that's going up. And do you work with finding somebody rental properties and stuff like that?
Yes, I do. I actually, just had 2 rental clients that we closed on. I closed on a couple weeks ago. Now, a lot of these new apartment buildings don't work with agents.
Okay.
Just so you know, they have their own leasing consultants in the building. Leasing offices and all that.
Okay.
If you want to work with a realtor, you can, and we have obviously properties we can send you from the MLS. But the leasing market is actually pretty open, if you will. If you're looking to rent a place or what have you, the best thing I can do to educate you is please just know you got to have decent credit, because they're going to check your credit. The things they're going to check, 3 things generally: that's credit, criminal, and employment.
Right.
So y'all got any history of crime? Or what have you? They're going to check.
We the good old boys.
That's on anything.
On anything, right.
So,
make sure you have it in cash, first month's rent, and security deposit. So whatever your rental rate is, if you're trying to buy something, rent something,
$3,500 a month.
You better have $7,000 and be able to put down.
Okay. I mean, I noticed over there with a market that's the market with right down there off of New York Avenue and stuff. Where they putting all them high-rise buildings over there. Is any of them condos over there with
I mean, Noma.
over there? Well,
at Noma?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, a lot of those are lease.
okay.
A lot of those are
These
lease
properties.
Mm-hmm. Those are all the business are apartment buildings.
Okay.
Generally, there could be a condo building or 2 over there. I don't know which one, but I know a large swath of those are apartments, leasing, leasing properties. Over there by Harris Teeter.
Yeah, it just looks like some good living over there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, it's a planned community, because back in the day,
Right.
that's where, what club was that? That was.
They just closed that club, but it's a new club.
Dream.
Now.
No, that's over there in Ivy City.
That's Ivy City.
Ivy City, which is also blown up. Have y'all been over there lately?
Yeah, I've been to
They
Ivy
got the
City
Target and
already,
all
too.
that.
Yeah, the Heck Building.
Yeah.
One of our favorite restaurants over there is like some smokehouse.
Yeah, Ivy City Smokehouse.
Ivy City
Smokehouse, yeah.
Ivy City Smokehouse, and now the other new place next, when the Washington Winery just opened up next door to there.
Yeah, District
Capital Winery.
District Winery.
District
Winery.
Because
Okay,
that's the old Love, right?
Yeah, that's the old
Yeah,
love.
yeah. 'Cause they have concerts and stuff in there too.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
do concerts and
Mm-hmm.
so
Yeah,
that
so-
area is definitely blown up.
Right, because you remember what that neighborhood was like back in the day
Yeah.
when Love first opened. I
Yeah.
mean,
Was nothing back there but
nothing.
love.
Yeah,
That was it. And, you
You
would-
go to park around there, you got to park way down the road
Right.
somewhere.
and we know how hood that neighborhood.
take
But that area-
take a chance.
But that area still has nothing on Southwest.
Oh, Southwest is
Waterfront
crazy.
and everything. Yeah.
Southwest
By the
is-
stadium,
Yeah.
National Stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the waterfront, the wharf. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, big time.
All that is definitely changed now. You know.
Oh, yeah, and it's still, I mean, it's still building. I mean, this is new, like a luxury building. They're building now it's actually called Amaris.
Okay.
And it's going to be on par with like the Watergate, if not better. And
Right.
they're really the whole plan is to turn Southwest waterfront into something of the Georgetown waterfront. You know, so they call Georgetown waterfront is called Washington Harbor.
Right.
So the wharf is going to be kind of the Southwest version of Washington Harbor.
Right.
And that's what's happening right now.
Okay.
You know, so it started with you know, the luxury hotel Mandarin coming in, you know, because Washington Harbor they have the Ritz-Carlton, you know, so they have these, you know, great luxury hotels anchoring these, you know, these developments, so that some more of a certain kind of population and high dollar clients can move down there.
Right.
Yeah, restaurants and all that. Yeah. So
How about, have you seen a plan for Berry Farms?
I have not, but there are plans to redevelop. I mean, you know, I think they've already leveled it.
Yeah, they
You
pretty
know.
much torn all down building.
Yeah.
Most of it. I don't think all of it's down though.
Yeah, it might be a couple buildings up, but I think they plan to keep like a building for historical purposes. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, there is a plan for Berry Farms. It's, you know, way out, but that's going to be a lot of opportunity over there as well. Some people, you know, they have their own opinions about pushing out, you know, low-income residents, you know,
Right.
the controversy of lack of affordable housing in the district, you know. So it's all, unfortunately, they say gentrification.
Yeah, I mean that's what I was gonna say too. I mean, you're not even gonna be able to afford to live in the district, really.
Well, it just depends on where you go. I mean, there is still, there's still affordable housing in D.C. because there is a component to keep some level of affordable housing in D.C.
Okay.
The mayor is very vigilant about that, but at the same time, she's very development oriented,
Right.
developer oriented.
Right.
You know, so the last bastion of affordable housing ultimately is in Ward 8.
Okay.
So that's where a lot, and unfortunately, it's also the lowest income.
Southeast.
Yeah, and
Berry Ward.
Yeah, Barry's Ward.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, may you rest in peace.
Do you
Right.
You know,
Do you do any
Definitely.
property management though?
I don't, but I know a ton of property managers who I can refer. Somebody if they want to rent their place and they have to like leave the area, whatever. I have a couple of property manager vendors I can refer someone to.
Okay.
But no, I just do pretty much just sales. I don't do property management.
But another consideration when you're purchasing a condo or a townhome is the HOA fees as well, right? Because I've seen some ranging as high as $1,500.
Oh yeah. Oh, they exist big time.
Right.
Yeah. So that's another thing to factor in if you're depending on, you know, you're looking at neighborhoods, buildings. You know, when you're talking about getting pre-approved, you want to kind of educate yourself on what those condo fees are like. And, you know, also talk to your agent, and they can also educate you like, well, you know, that's an older building, so older buildings tend to have higher condo fees because you got to maintain, they need the maintenance. You know, unfortunately, we're all watching, seeing that Surfside, and those are $1 million condos.
Oh, huh?
Yes.
Wow.
That's a high affluent neighborhood, that building.
Wow.
Right.
And they're right on the beach.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah. And I mean, either they didn't want to put the money in or what have you, but it just, I'm not going to get into
Where's
all
that at again? I missed
In
that.
Florida.
Surfside, that's in Florida. You know, that
Okay,
building
so
that
South-
collapsed?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. I remember.
And, you know, the irony of it is, I mean, these are,
You say they was $1 million condos in there?
yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, some of those are $1 million condos. It's like, what? You know, in this raggedy building. You know, it's like-
Right.
Yeah. So, but yeah, condo fee, because that's going to factor into your pre-approval, into your loan that you're going to be, you know, that because you got to factor in the condo fee as well. Or your lender would do that.
Right.
You know, you send out your agent or whomever would send the listing or whatever and say, hey, this condo is $350,000 with a $500 condo fee. You know,
Right.
they got to run those numbers and make sure they're going to work for you in terms of monthly payment that you want. you know. So yeah, and some townhome associations, they have an HOA, but the HOA tend to be quarterly or biannually,
Right.
and that kind of thing.
And let's back up a minute. On the Surfside, I really think it was something else that happened. I don't know, they caused that building to collapse. I'm a conspiracy person.
Oh Lord.
He thinks
Dick Gregory.
I don't know.
Blew it up.
It's just hard to believe for that building just to collapse like that. So
Well,
But no, if you look at it though,
you had to see
it was like water settling.
The
They
bottom of
had
it.
a pool on like the bottom level.
in the garage level.
Okay.
Yeah, and they said like the chlorine was seeping through, and it made the rebar weaker.
Right.
It was rusting and stuff like that.
I mean, they
So-
actually even had a young lady that had a video
Yeah.
2-3 years ago
Yeah.
of how things was deteriorating
Yeah.
from the water. And she sent it to them, and they didn't do anything.
And how
So-
could that be like just me saying, how could that like go unnoticed or untaken care of, or and you actually still paying, you pay, it's $1 million
these association
condo
fees, yeah.
and you gonna allow that to happen in this $1 million condo?
It's almost like a slumlord.
Yeah, I mean, but $1 million slumlord.
but the repairs was going to cost them $15 million.
Right.
Yeah.
And-
And they
how
was
many
going to
units- how many
assess.
units in the
But
building?
they was going to assess the people. In a regular unit, you could pay like $30,000, but if you was in a condo, you was going to pay like $50,000 or something like that.
Okay.
They was going
Yeah.
to assess them a fee so they can fix everything.
Right.
Okay.
And a lot of people maybe didn't have that. I mean, you're talking, you live in there and you get this assessment. Like, the fuck, what are you talking about?
Right.
Right.
So there was a lot of back and forth with that whole thing. I don't think.
I could believe that.
Yeah. So I think they weren't necessarily uninformed about these issues, but they apparently didn't think the building's going to collapse as a result of these issues.
Yeah, it's still hard for me, hard to believe a building collapse like that, because usually you have 100, 200-year-old buildings that you got to actually take a wrecking ball to knock down.
But you got to remember,
And so-
if they're being neglected, stuff gonna happen. That's like your body. If you neglect your body gonna collapse, right? So you can't
I'm
think
just saying,
that.
I don't know.
You
I'm
can't think that
just
stuff will
throwing it
happen.
out there the way I don't know.
So what do you
I'm
think
just-
happened?
I'm just saying I don't know, and I think it should
the
be some-
Taliban blew it up.
No, I just think that I just
Not
think it takes.
Taliban.
I just think it takes. Let's not jump to conclusions, and it takes an investigation. And I think it's under investigation on actually what happened. And I think they should definitely do. Instead of everybody coming to the conclusion that this building was deteriorating and it just dropped down.
Well, it's not a conclusion.
And so yes, it is. I mean, everybody's speculating.
No,
that-
there you go. You said
Speculate.
speculating. That's the
Yeah.
key word. Not conclusion. Speculate means they guessing, because they said the feds are actually going to take control of this investigation.
Okay, yeah, it's
yeah.
under investigation.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
let
sir.
the public need to pump their brakes, I believe.
The public going to speculate all day long, because, like I said, the young lady had the recording.
Well, I'm
3 years
just
ago.
putting it out there,
I'll think
and I'm
about it.
going on record. So when the final results do come out, I put it on record already.
Oh, okay.
Say that I'm one of them ones that's saying, that I don't know. I don't know what happened.
You heard it first here, everybody.
Yeah, you've heard
From
it.
Dallas.
You've heard from Dowtay, Eric. Dowtay on the Dap It Up Live podcast. I'm just saying, on that issue of the Surfside, we don't know exactly what happened.
Correct.
The building did collapse. Why it collapsed, we don't know.
Correct.
And so I was just putting it out there that, hey, it may be other reasons that the building collapsed other than neglect.
That's your
All right?
conspiracy theory.
And I'm not no part owner of none of that building.
You don't want to be now.
Just to make that point.
It's just sad that
I was just making
the
a
people
point.
that's in that building that
Yeah.
they have not found yet.
I mean, because that's part of
people.
my my dream is to move to Florida in a condo. You know what I'm saying? I always be wanting to look for a condo in Florida. But now my wife probably cancels that out now. She's like, "Oh, you see that building fell?" And
Well, that's not the only building down there. They
I
got
know,
other
but I'm
buildings.
saying just the thing, and everybody's saying, "Oh, Florida's going to be underwater in the next 5 to 10 years
Exactly.
and stuff."
You don't want to move to Miami.
Yeah,
'Cause Miami going to be flooded.
Oh, you don't want to move to South Beach. Is that the first?
I think so.
Area
yeah.
of Florida?
Is it going
Well,
to be flooded?
What about Key West? Is that going to be underwater too?
Probably so. That's the islands are right off the coast.
It's almost underwater now, ain't it?
If anyway, I would move. If anywhere, I would move like Central Florida.
Central Florida. It's more alligators in Central Florida, ain't it?
Nah, it's probably more
Is that what, Tampa or Orlando or
Tampa,
something?
yeah.
Okay.
On that inner coast.
It's gators all up and down Florida. So
That was more swampland. I'm thinking more in the swamp area and stuff. It's more central.
No. I only go to South Beach, so I don't know nothing about
Yeah, yeah, we only go to South Beach.
All right. That's where I go.
You know?
So what about like purchasing land?
Land? Okay. Yeah, that is a whole, that's another sort of a specialty, sort of a situation. That's normally done. I've done maybe one land deal in my career, but that's only because I live in a pretty dense this area. There's not a whole lot of land being sold that much around here.
Right.
You start getting out to, say, Charles County, Calvert, way further out, you want some land. Yeah, you have a lot more of those kind of transactions taking place. There's all kind of, if you want to develop the land, you have to have a survey done. You have, depends on what you want to do with it. Nobody's buying land for the sake of buying land. They're not going to put nothing on it.
Right.
So you want to make sure when you are buying land based on what your goal is, you want to make sure that it can be built on. Because just because you got land doesn't mean that it's a structure can survive, like, structure that plumbed, meaning you have plumbing, water access, electrical, all those kind of things.
Right.
So if you just want land for the sake of buying land, I guess you could do that if you want to, like, hunt and, if you have
parties and cookouts.
right. So that's something to factor in if, because a lot of people think, oh, yeah, I'm going to go in and have maybe create a compound,
Right.
Not everybody can be Tyler Perry and, like, buy like acres and acres and acres of land, and he's going to build his town or something.
Right.
Studio.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah.
Another question on another topic of things. I remember you used to dibble dabble in the modeling. Are you still modeling, or you finished with that career?
Hey,
What's funny about that? What? You did use the model, right? With that,
I did. What? I forgot all about. Did you know about this? I mean, yeah, obviously.
I knew a lot of stuff about you, Eric. But
okay.
there's people talking about you.
Right. I dabbled a little bit. So I don't do so much as modeling anymore. Okay. I do. I'm a part of this company or whatever. They do. I do campaigns.
Okay.
A campaign is like if there is a smoking campaign, non-smoking campaign, or a military campaign.
Right.
You go out there and it's a set, and you just there, and you play, kind of acting like you're talking to the other person, having a good time.
Okay.
That kind of thing. It's like an ad.
Like a
marketing
photo shoot type.
Yes, I'm not like doing photo shoots.
Making the scene look good.
Yeah, I'm a part of a scene for an ad that's going to be on a commercial or on a billboard or something like that. And those come few and far in between because I have a job, I work. Right. But the last campaign I was on was a really great opportunity. It was the Maryland campaign. Okay. And they rented us a car, meaning the people who were part of the campaign, and we went down to the eastern part of Maryland, like the Eastern Shore, like Tillman Island, those areas. And it was a week. They paid for our hotel, meals, and we had to go to all of these different scenes in Maryland because they wanted to promote Maryland as a place to come to for vacation and all that. Okay. And so we had to go out to all these areas, wear certain clothes, and act like dining in restaurants, swimming in certain areas, like all these different activities.
Right.
Playing putt. Thank you. And we visited that mural of Harriet Tubman.
Okay.
Yeah, that's that. Doing those sort of cultural activities. That was a fun campaign.
Right.
And that was about a full 3 days or something.
Is that a good paying?
It was like $2,000, man. I made $2,000.
Can I go next time? I need a campaigner or a mirror. Shoot,
You know. But that was especially unique.
How did you get involved in that situation like that?
You know, I just know people. I have a friend of mine who she's good friends with someone who works in that space, works in the area. And she one day, her girlfriend who works in this area called a friend of mine saying, I need this guy, he backed out. Do you know somebody who'd be willing to do this for one morning? I'm giving him $500 for it. And so this is how it started for me. So she recommended me, and she said, okay, pull up his Facebook, see if he works for you, whatever. So she pulled up my Facebook, and apparently I had the right look for this.
Right.
And she called me. My friend gave her my information. She called me out the blue and told me what it was all about. And I was like, okay, I had to be there real early for like the call when we all gather for the day. So I had to drive out to like Annapolis. I had to be there on set at 6 a.m.
Oh, Dallas can't get out. Dallas can't get
Right.
That's too early.
I'm on time for stuff that I love to do.
That's
You know,
too early.
I like
He'll let
to
it
do,
work. So
if it got
Really late.
that type of work like this, you know, I like to do stuff like this. I'm gonna be on time.
If the lottery opened up at 6 o'clock in the morning, you'll be there.
I'm there 5.
There first.
It's been days I've been standing at the gas station waiting for the numbers to pop on. So
And he's not playing. He's for real. Y'all laughing. He's for real.
waiting right there.
I remember we went out of town one morning and we was leaving about 6:30. So he like, I gotta play. My wife wouldn't let me play my numbers, and she wouldn't have stopped me. So can you wait? I'm like, man, look, we was in Wawa, and the numbers wasn't playing. You know, he couldn't play his numbers. Like, I like, man, you want to go to another spot? Yeah, if you don't mind, you know, cause it's just
D, is it that deep, bruh? Really? You think it's a problem?
No, it's not. It's definitely not a problem because I've been blessed. So,
You've been winning.
Yeah, I've been winning. So.
it's a problem that he's that. What's the word?
Addicted.
Oh, okay.
The addiction is a problem.
Everybody have addiction.
True.
You know?
You're right. Everybody got
Mine's
is Diet Pepsi's now.
Diet Pepsi.
Yeah,
Pepsi's
that's
is
my
addiction.
addiction.
What's yours, producer Jim?
Water.
When I start last week.
Hey.
Right.
What's your addiction, Eric?
Man, I love a good margarita.
A good margarita.
Everybody got their own addiction.
Patron margarita.
Patron, hey, it didn't necessarily have to be Patron. It could be 1800. It's
Any kind of margarita, period. Huh?
But my favorites, I mean, I'm sure we've all been there. Y'all been in L'Oreal Plaza?
I've been like
Down there in DuPont on 18th Street.
T Street.
Okay.
Yeah, they got these swirls,
swirl margarita.
frozen margarita. Oh my God, they are
Okay.
the best. They don't hold back on tequila.
Right.
They do not
You
hold
probably
back.
regular down there, huh?
Quasi regular.
They probably put extra in there when they see you coming.
Okay. Oh, welcome, Mr. Nicholson.
Nicholson, there you go.
Known by first name and last name.
Right, pictures right here, all ready for you.
He always finish his drinks.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yes.
But I did hear you say a while ago. You said something about you was like in the club scene. Or you do security or anything? What you do in the club?
In the club
scene? I
scene.
mean, you said something about clubs. You said.
It was.
You said-
No, I was like a professional club.
Okay. Club, professional club. Okay, that type
Yeah.
of club. I'm thinking about club. You clubbing like
nah.
like you networking in the club industry or something.
No. We used to
Professional
club back in the day. Remember them days?
Yeah, them days.
East Side.
yeah.
All kind of. Oh my God. Yeah, we used to run, man.
Yeah, all the good clubs. That's what you want to bring up something that I told you I was gonna talk
yeah.
about something that
I'm scared.
back
y'all.
in the day.
I'm
He told me
scared.
he's scared. No, it was just funny. Back in the day, I remember you. I think you wrecked your car or something when you dropped your milkshake, and we like joked about that forever.
Oh my God.
You
Yeah.
that joke.
I did. I had. Oh God. It was it was a Hornet.
It was
It was a Hornet.
It was a Hornet. Okay.
It was it was a white. Even back then, that car was old.
right.
And I had. It wasn't a milkshake. I think I dropped my. Yeah, it was a milkshake.
It was a milkshake.
It was a
You
milkshake.
went to McDonald's, got your milkshake or something. And
Yeah, so
instead
damn
of
thing-
driving, you gonna pick up your milkshake.
And I ran into a pole.
So,
Right there on Addison Road.
That was an expensive milkshake.
All right. Oh my God, I was horrified.
Wow.
I didn't live that down for. I couldn't live that down for years. Y'all just wouldn't let me forget.
Yeah,
that.
we kept on messing with you about that one right
Let me
there.
ask you a question.
you
Did
know?
you go get another milkshake? Or you go home mad? Which one did you
I had to
do?
go home mad.
Hold on. Let me ask Dante because he remember the story well. What did he do, Dante?
Yeah, I can't even remember. I think
You
I
weren't on the scene.
I wasn't on the, I just remember the story. I guess
Right.
I was when you came back around and we was like right out there and we was just giving you a hard time about it. You should have walked down the damn McDonald's like everybody else
Right down the
walked.
street. Yeah.
Right down the pole.
But he had his new Hornet, so he had to
Well, I just got my license.
Right.
That's a big thing with growing up.
Just you want to go somewhere, just go somewhere.
Yeah, I had my license. I think not long got my license. We were all like, I think getting your license is like real big when you're in high school.
Yeah.
It's almost
15
like
and 9 months.
a rite of passage.
Yeah,
Right.
You want to drive to school?
You're like, I got my license. Yeah, I went to driving school at Carson.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Then you wanted to drive to school as well.
Yeah, but I didn't get a chance to do that.
But
But
you wrecked your Hornet.
you know what I'm saying? I wrecked the damn Hornet.
Yeah, I had to drive Luke car a couple times to school. I just missed the bus on purpose to drive his car or something.
Which one was that? What car was that?
The
Toyota.
no, the big car, the big one. Did he wreck?
Oh, you talking the 98 Oldsmobile?
Yeah, 98 Oldsmobile. You know,
that was
God.
I just love
that's
that
a
car.
good. Yeah,
I'm not even sure I remember that. But
I just drove it a couple times to school. That's all.
I just love that car. Though.
You know.
yeah, I think you were the first one to even get a car like your own car.
Probably,
out of a little
Probably so.
clique.
The little, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know,
Oh,
maybe.
Toyota pickup truck.
Yeah, I had my pickup.
I remember that pickup.
The red one.
Yeah, the red one. Then I had the new white one. Well, that's what messed up my credit right there. The
That was the Ranger.
Ford Motor Credit.
Can't buy a house now because
I was real smart till that happened.
You still get on your credit report?
No, I ain't doing it no more. But I'm just saying, I was a focused type person until the Ford
A full focus?
I was a focused type person.
So a full focus.
I was fully focused on finance and doing the right thing
Right.
until I bought that vehicle, and that's when I made my first mature adult mistake.
Bad
And,
investment.
yeah, bad investment because
Oh,
I
was it
went
lemon?
there focused to buy. I knew what I can afford and can't afford,
Right.
and I let a salesperson talk me into buying something that I couldn't afford. And so I was like, "No, I didn't come here for that. I know what I came in for." But and then I think I had say, "Well," and this the thing you should always know because I had. He said to get this used vehicle that I know I can afford, I needed a cosigner. But this brand new vehicle, you don't need a cosigner for this one.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, that don't make no sense, dude.
Right.
But I was like, shit, I can get a new one. And I don't need a cosigner.
Right.
And I need a cosigner for this little raggedy shit right here.
And it was new.
And it was new. So what I'm gonna do at that age, but drive off in that new vehicle that I wasn't thinking about insurance, so I was paying like about $300 for the pickup truck, and I was paying like $400 for insurance.
Only making $600 a month.
So how was I going to do this one?
How old were you then?
I mean, 18 probably. I don't know, 18. I guess. About 18.
I remember that. I remember us going down by Queens.
I just thought I was doing something, man. I was just moving too fast for my age, probably, and
Yeah.
was doing too much. And I was like, man, I'm gonna do this. And that dude was the worst salesman. He go down in history for the worst salesman.
Right.
In your book.
In my book,
right.
paying all that damn money at that age, man. I was like,
should have
good
just
grief.
waited and caught the bus.
Or got a cheaper vehicle.
Yeah, I should have just bought. I was going to buy this Jeep Cherokee. I knew exactly what it was a red Jeep Cherokee. I wanted that vehicle so bad. I knew I can afford it. I knew that's what I needed. And he got me
He
that.
hoodwinked you into something else.
Yep, and didn't he have a bumper on it? It's gonna cost extra to put the new bumper on it. What new vehicle that don't have a fucking bumper on
And
it?
it probably had AM ready.
Oh, it had all the good other stuff, but it it was didn't have a bumper. I was like, you ain't got no bumper. He's like, oh.
Nah, you ain't had no bumper. He had a bumper on his car. You didn't have a bumper on your car.
That's gonna be extras. You want us to put a bumper on it? We can put a bumper on it, for extra. I think I might have got the bumper.
Nah, you didn't.
I didn't. I ain't had the bumper. I think I just said. I don't need no bumper. I ain't bumping into nothing.
You was going forward, not back.
I ain't gonna back up to nobody. I'm going forward out there. I was good.
That's funny.
I remember
that started my bad credit and not giving a F about things on the finance issue. But
yeah, because you used to have all kind of different jobs. I mean, there was nothing Dallas didn't do.
Yeah, I still got a lot of them jobs. But I'm trying to be a podcaster now.
Right. You know.
So this is a job that I love right here. This one right here is another one of them jobs that I just like to do. So it's not like it's a job anyway. It's just something that I like to do.
What about your promoter job?
Oh yeah,
I think you like that too.
I do. Yeah, and the club promotion, I definitely love that. So I'm getting
the club promotion or your dancer promotion thing.
That's part of club promotion. I love that business.
Can't separate the two.
Right. Yeah, you know, producer Jim. You know, I love that business too. You know, that's how we do it. You know,
that's how you do it.
Right.
Like we got old church boy here.
We
got old church boy here.
Is there something wrong not liking strip clubs?
Oh, when you said strip clubs, I didn't know you was talking about strip clubs. Oh, Keith Adams is watching. Keith Adams. Shout out to Keith Adams is in the building. You see, I got our boy on here. Eric Nicholson is definitely in the building.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
What's up, Adams?
What's up, Keith?
You know,
oh my gosh.
I got to get Adams on the show one day. Eric, you know?
Oh yeah.
You
gotta get him on.
He gets so excited.
Yeah, see, there you go. He's hating again.
Hey, Keith,
I shouldn't even announce you, Adams.
He's my man, but he gets so excited when he see you watching.
Oh, Keith!
There he is. He's on the show.
Wow. I'm like, wow.
You ain't gonna help me out, Eric?
Well, that was your boy. That's our boy. That's our boy,
right? We talk every day, though. I mean,
y'all talk every day?
No, we don't talk every day. We don't talk every day. I mean, we should. I wish I had the time to talk every day. We used to chill all the time, like every day. And then this dude be hating on me all the time because I call him, he'll call me. I was like, well, I said, yeah, man, Keith, we together. We about to go to lunch. You know what I'm saying? We eat lunch like every day.
Yeah.
Me and Keith used to eat lunch. We used to meet up to eat lunch.
Really?
Almost every day.
Oh, wow.
Until we got a few haters and stuff.
You know why I was hating? Because I had to work. Eating lunch. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, who have time to sit down and eat lunch every day?
Every day. Well, y'all had them, y'all
That
were
type
like
of flexible schedule.
Right.
Do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We should have included you, Eric.
Yeah. I mean,
we should include you. Say, hey, Eric, where you at today?
Right.
This call.
Let's go meet us at
wherever. Here, there. You know.
They used to go to get ice cream. Their favorite spot was what's the name? Ruby Tuesdays.
Ruby Tuesdays.
Nasty. Ruby
Where
Tuesdays.
at? On Silver Hill Road?
202.
No, we used to, right there on 202. We used to go to that Ruby
Tuesdays.
Tuesdays a lot.
The one by Jasper?
Right.
Yeah, right by Jasper. We might go in Jasper sometimes. We might go to Friday, TGI Fridays. We might go.
You don't even want to know the whole thing.
Yeah.
Everybody say Friday. Say TGI Fridays.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might go anywhere in the area. You know, wherever we working at, where it's close, where we working at.
It depends on where y'all.
Yeah, the
area
location
y'all
we working
They
at.
never invited
You
me,
know?
so that's why I was hating.
Oh, okay. So he's feeling left out.
You was working for the man.
I'm still working for a demand.
we was self-employed. You know what I'm saying? We do what we want to do.
Do what
You know what I'm saying?
Go where y'all want to go.
Go where we want to go. Be where we want to be.
They say
You know?
Outback or something. I meet them out Outback. I like Outback wings. You know?
Oh man, I've been out back in years. That's my like hidden, secret.
Gem.
Yeah, I love me some. I'll go for that blooming onion any day.
No, they don't sell that no more.
What?
I think they stopped.
Oh,
I think they stopped selling that blooming onion. The
well,
wings,
see,
those wings,
Okay.
good God Almighty, those kangaroo wings.
Right.
Jim,
That's what it's called, kangaroo. It's called kookaburra or
Oh,
something.
same difference. It comes with the kangaroos though.
Hey, that's why we got producer Jim in the building.
everybody, right?
Know some shit.
Well, it came from the kangaroo, right?
Yeah, it came from the kangaroo.
Well, this Outback Aussie,
Yeah, exactly.
What is it called again, Jim?
Kookaburra or something.
Kookaburra.
That mean he had. That mean he ate them before.
Oh yeah, that motherfucker's good.
Exactly.
He ate them kangaroo. That kangaroo meat.
Remember, we told
What part of the kangaroo was it?
all of it. It would come from the leg.
It was the legs.
When we had that little podcast meeting, where we go? Outback.
Outback.
And we had 2 orders of wings. You probably had what?
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna eat
Yeah,
salmon all the time.
Salmon or something.
Salmon all the time. That's all I eat.
Oh, really? You're a pescatarian?
Yeah. I don't eat nothing else.
Things I learned about, the friends from
Old
back in
friends,
the day.
you know what I'm saying?
I just saw. I was in B&Q in your wedding.
Yeah, well, yeah. I was in my
The first
Which one?
Yeah.
I was in one of them too.
Yeah, that was the only one I had, really. But I'm been married 3 times. I don't.
Run with your first
3
one.
times a charm.
Oh, we're
You know
going
what I'm saying?
we get real.
We get personal, yeah.
We get Wendy Williams on.
I don't know if the viewers really want to know what happened.
The viewers want to know. The people want to know.
It was just I was, young.
Dumb.
We was just young.
Young, dumb, and
No, we wasn't. No, we was just,
I'm not talking about your wife.
I'm saying we was just young, and then I had at that time in my life, I was after work. I was full focus on work. We was moving full fast ahead and everything, doing the right thing. But I was always going back home to see Pleasant to bang on the mailbox after work instead of going straight home, because I was living out law in an apartment. Instead of going straight home from work, I used to always go around, see Pleasant, and still hang out and just chill when I should have been getting on that parkway. But I was thought, there's always traffic on the parkway, so I go around here and chill until the traffic
Hang out
got
with
down.
Keith or hang out with whoever.
Yeah. I'm hanging out too late all the time, and it's like got a little stressful in that type situation to where why you always over there? Why you can't just come straight home? And a whole lot of stuff like that was going on.
Oh.
And me hanging out too much. And then it just end up, yeah. And then, then she just like, she don't want to be married anymore. Then she just left me, and then and it was all good. I mean, in that type of situation.
You came home one day and all shit was gone?
And all the stuff was gone.
No.
Typical.
Yeah.
What?
Cliche.
Yeah.
Oh my
all the
gosh.
furniture was gone and everything, which was, cool. Me, I just, and as a, me, I'm gonna be 100.
You are being 100.
I was heartbroken. I was like, I would start crying a little bit and all this shit.
My God.
And then, I don't know when producer Jim, he asked the question, producer Jim, you asked the question, get back over here and hear the story.
I think he's laughing.
You want to know?
I think he's listening. He's just laughing.
Well, I did a little crying. I put my little and all that. I used to have all like the Ebony magazines, the Jet magazines. I ain't had no more furniture, but I had wall-to-wall carpet. So I spread all my little magazines all over the floor, like in a little oval shape, to make a little, trying to decorate my place and everything. Say I gotta redecorate this joint. This a bachelor pad now, So I just turned into a bachelor pad and did my thing and everything. But and it took a little minute to get over the situation and everything. But it happened. I got over it and kept moving forward. And then
You did indeed.
And in that process, I ended up getting married again, because I ended up letting the young lady come chill with me, and then she didn't know how to go home, and then I ended up marrying her. But she cooked good. And I ain't never have to go in the kitchen.
Wow.
I ain't never have to run my bath water. None of that. So my second wife was on point with all that. She spoiled me in that sense, but she, broke my pockets.
Broken pocket.
Yeah, at first I got my heart broke, then I got my pocket broke. But I'm married now, and everything is beautiful.
All right.
I just
3 times a charm.
3 times a charm for sure.
All right.
So I advise a lot of people to get married 3 times. Get married once, or even get married 3 times.
I'm glad you got the national advisor.
Okay. All right.
I recommend.
Thanks a lot,
If
Dr.
your
Phil.
first marriage don't work, get married a 3rd time.
It's like Elizabeth Taylor.
Third time will definitely work.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's some story, Dallas. I didn't know all that. You were going through all of that.
Yeah, I went through all that, man. I'm still, but I'm good now. I'm in a happy,
All right.
crazy time now. You know what I'm saying?
Happy crazy time.
Yeah.
Oxymoron, ain't it?
Yeah, sometimes it's best to have an argument.
But happy, but it's crazy.
Maybe it keeps
You almost on your third wedding, right? Or second, right?
What, second wedding falls what?
You almost on your second.
No.
Oh, okay. What about you, Jim? You ever been married?
I've been
One time, man.
All right, you almost on your second.
Well, I don't think I'm not close to a second.
You haven't. I know you haven't been married.
No.
No. Okay. All right.
Don't do it.
How long you gonna live a single life, Eric Nichols?
That's a good question.
Sweet
Good
yourself,
question.
right?
I mean, I don't know. My brother has been married.
Hey, how your brother doing?
He's awesome, man. He's got grown decent nephew, and
Okay.
they live out there in Moco. They too good for PG.
Okay.
Moved out there, decided.
He always was that type anyway. If I can say.
Oh,
What's your brother name?
Donnell.
Donnell. Yeah, he was like cool, but smart dude.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's real.
He knew to get away from us.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And he wasn't trying to deal with us at all.
Well, it's so funny because his wife, my sister-in-law, who I consider like blood, like a sister,
Right.
because they both like they too good for PG, because they just bought a new house, big old house.
Did you sell it to him?
No, I didn't sell. I sold I sold the townhome in order for them to because the new house was new construction, new build.
Okay.
So that was a whole other process. But I sold the house that they were
Living in. Okay.
that they also bought new way back when. This is before I was even in the business.
Okay.
So I sold their house and they were working on the new construction thing. But it's so funny because I'd be like, what y'all talking about? Y'all can't find something in PG. Y'all too good for PG. Y'all here. I'm like, but you grew up in Kentland. That's not good. That's not good too. And Donnell, you from C Pleasant, so I'm gonna need y'all to really act like y'all know where y'all came from.
Right. And mom still in C Pleasant.
Still in C Pleasant.
Still
there.
So
Still there.
PG is where it's at anyway. Whether they know it or not. I mean,
The Queen's still in C Pleasant as well.
Yeah.
Are they?
We still there. We still there.
Wow.
Same house. We ain't going nowhere.
Wait a minute. Same house.
Same house.
That's all good.
My mom is there now.
So she by herself now?
And my Uncle Kim.
Oh, yeah, Kim?
Yeah, one of my
How's
uncles.
Kim doing?
He's doing good. He worked for the school board.
Yeah, I think he class of 86 too.
Yeah, I think he graduated. Wow.
Kim class of 86.
Damn, I ain't thought about Kim.
We some old dudes.
Oh, my God.
We some old cats.
We'll be there on.
You what? 50.
I'm 52.
Okay. All right.
52, 53. I'll be 53 this year.
Oh yeah. Okay. I'll be 54 this year.
Oh, will you?
I'm 53.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, you are always.
Youngster.
Yeah, so you were a year older.
Yeah.
You stay back.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Tough crowd.
I'm so used to it though. Eric, I'm used to it.
Oh my.
Like, and they good because I'm like we good.
Right.
It's all good.
Hey, we fall down.
No, it ain't.
We get back up and we just forge ahead.
It's all
Anybody could stay back in the public school system.
Yeah.
Not anybody.
Yeah, anybody
Gotta be
could.
special.
Back, you stay back?
No.
Oh.
Matter of fact, I graduated when I was 7.
People
Me
like
too.
only people that don't follow instructions.
Stay back.
I can't. I'm not a person that listen to people as much.
Clearly.
I like to. I follow my own path.
Clearly.
And so when you under that educational system, sometimes that's not where, you don't
like structure.
Yeah.
Or maybe you don't like that kind of structure.
Yeah, that kind of structure is not for me. I was ready for the real world and not just somebody trying to program what they wanted me to learn.
Oh, you was Dick Gregory early.
He was ready for the real world, but he stayed back.
Okay.
Yeah, because I couldn't
Get out early,
because
right?
of that curriculum that they had was not for me.
Wow. You
All
were
that ABCs and 1, 2, 3s.
You wasn't
and
like that
shit.
back then. You just ain't that person about.
Oh, no, I think I was like that back then. I just didn't recognize that I was like that.
Well,
I really think I was like that because it was just like, man, what I'm doing in this motherfucker.
I'm gonna stay back.
I can't wait.
School just bored you.
I can be doing this. I could be doing that, and I'm just like,
Oh man.
it was just like I was not trying to learn. Like now that I've been out of school, I try to learn every day. You know, I'm more into learning now on my own. You know,
Right.
and then when I was in school, it didn't catch my attention. But now I'm looking at some history stuff. I'll be on YouTube. I'll be on here. I'll be like really learning, trying to read things.
Oh, like
and do a lot of things.
learning conspiracy theory.
Basically,
Yeah.
that's exactly what I'm saying.
Conspiracy.
That's the whole conspiracy
Y'all call it
theory.
conspiracy theory, but it's just life. You know what I'm saying? You learn a whole lot of different things. I know so much stuff. I know a lot of stuff now.
Yeah, you have learned a whole lot since I first met you.
Since I've been out of school.
It's been a long
Since I've been out of school, I learned more since I've been out of school than when I was in school.
time.
you know.
You have learned.
Well, you know,
So I
You
just
never
learned-
stop learning in life, for sure.
I graduated though.
You shouldn't.
I graduated though.
You did indeed.
Yeah,
I was there. I saw it.
know. I graduated. It was a little rough time. I was sweating though. You know
What?
Yeah, I was sweating. You know, but back then, if y'all remember, back then it was like you wasn't for sure if you was they let you walk or something. But was you gonna have that diploma in there or something? Wasn't it something like that? Something like
That wasn't
you wasn't.
I don't think
I
so.
don't know about that.
You would, you don't remember.
so.
If you walk,
It
you
was
gonna walk.
something like that. Was like
That's
yeah,
a-
but
that's a
they had
rumor.
to tell you before.
They gotta let you
If
know
you was
before, but
gonna
they'll
walk
let you
or not.
they'll let you take the envelope,
the envelope.
folder, whatever.
Yeah, that's
You
what
know,
it
they're
was.
not gonna like embarrass you, but
Yeah,
you knew
exactly.
you wasn't having no diploma.
Yeah, they were gonna let you take that little envelope.
Because you had some people who had to go to summer school to finish up
Yeah,
some credit.
yeah.
But then they would get their diploma thereafter.
Right,
I
right.
graduated at the Kappa Center.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm. Oh, damn, that's right.
Yeah.
That was the Capitol Center. Remember that back to school boogie? That stuff.
Back to school. Oh yeah.
Back in the day, we used to go.
Yeah, definitely. That was deep up there.
Oh yeah.
And Then I ended up working at the Kappa Center back then.
Yes, you
Yeah.
did.
You ain't never worked there, did you?
Nah,
They
you know,
did.
you used to work at McDonald's. Remember
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, you the McDonald's
I was
man.
at McDonald's.
He was on fries. He was on
I
fries.
was on fries. I was on grill. I was on the drive up. I did everything in that place.
Yeah, you probably could have been a manager at McDonald's by now.
Yeah, no, I wasn't.
Well, owner.
I guess, but I hated that job. After about 6 months, I'm like, this is hard.
Hey, this is hard.
It's hard. I'm like, I don't like this. But I stayed there for about a year. But I liked it because I was able to like buy my own clothes. And,
Right.
You know, that was my motivation to continue to work there because I was able to be kind of financially independent.
Let me ask you a question. How many milkshakes did you have?
Exactly.
That's what I want to know. Did you get a milkshake?
One too many. Apparently, right?
I think I had so many jokes back then. I've been trying so hard to remember them jokes, but I used to rag on you all the time about that damn milkshake.
That damn
man.
incident.
Yeah. I don't know. It was so many jokes back then. Adams probably know a few of them
No,
that
I
I
don't
probably
doubt
used to
it.
say.
I don't doubt it.
See what there was jokes to him, not to you, right?
No, yeah, because I mean, listen, you couldn't make no kind of mistakes or faux pas or nothing, especially around these guys, because you gonna hear it.
Right.
You gonna hear it.
Yeah, I think I used to give you a hard time a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's a part of the friendships.
But you could
growing
take. You
growing up.
was able to take all that though. You know, it was like Eric didn't care. Eric definitely.
So, it's
have
a
a thick
conspiracy theory.
Oh,
Go ahead. We always talk about a lot of-
We're going to go around the table, so you
go
can't
ahead.
take up all the time.
All right.
Okay.
You
Times
gotta
are
give him
down.
a 2 minute.
It's 9:40. All
Okay.
right. So you get about 5 minutes.
No, 2.
Okay, 2 minutes.
You know how much he can say
he
in 5
can go
minutes?
for about 15.
Yeah, he put 15 minutes in 5 minutes.
Uh-oh.
So big news this week.
Okay, what's the big news?
Bill Cosby, they released Bill Cosby.
Oh yeah. Let's give it up.
So
for
you
Bill
got
Cosby.
You got a conspiracy, or what's your feelings on that?
Well, my feelings on that is like, hey, I mean, I think if it was a technicality or whatever, he deserved to be out. He actually already served his time now. Was he supposed to do like 3 years or so?
Yeah,
Oh,
3 to
So
10.
3 to 10. So he did what, 3?
He did 2 and
Two.
some change.
Doing some change, and now he's out. And what I could say about it, is, if you want to know if he was guilty or not, or how I feel about that.
He want to know how you feel about the verdict of him being out.
Oh
Do you feel that he was guilty?
I mean, he said he was guilty. I mean, he said he put
He did slip.
Yeah.
He drugs.
Yeah, he did slip the lady's drugs and everything. So, he's guilty on that point. on that, you know, because that's not good to do. And but he was like looking at it like that was just the thing they did, and even
that was just how they partied back in the day.
Yeah, that's how they partied back in the day. Even like that's what Dick Gregory used to say all the time. Dick Gregory said it before he passed away. He said that that's what they did. You know, not him per se, but he said that's what was going on in Hollywood all the time.
Was it consensual though? You talking about like did they like knowingly take these drugs or he?
No, I don't think they normally took the drugs, but they some of the females, and I think that and please, ladies, don't beat me up or anything. But
Disclaimer.
Yeah, please don't beat me up. But I'm just saying, some of the ladies went back like 2 or 3 times and got drugged. You know, they knew they got drugged or something happened, and I think they went back again, and then he like put something in their drink or they. You know, I think someone might have known that, hey, just like they do ecstasy now, you know, X pills, ecstasy pills or whatever, they do that now and stuff. That was like a form of that back in the day, they trying to say, but you can't slip an X pill in somebody's drink or anything. Nowadays, people are taking ecstasy together, you know what I'm saying? It's not like you got to be, you know, slipping nobody,
so kind of a joint
no Spanish
activity.
fly type situation. You know, back in the day, you had Spanish fly, whatever. You know, you give a girl some Spanish fly or whatever, and you know, she's more sexually, aroused or whatever in that situation. But I don't know, man. I just think, hey, the man need to be out. He out. You know, that's good for him. You know, but we just got to say, I think I guess they want him to admit that he was wrong and guilty. And I think he's not admitting that, you know, because I listened to Russ Parr, and I didn't like his little rant he did, you know, and stuff, because I just didn't like his rant. I don't know if anybody else heard Russ Parr rant, but I didn't like his rant.
When was this?
And today, I think he did it today, this morning or something like that. He did a rant, and he was just going on Bill Cosby and everything. Like he said, he loved Bill Cosby back in the day, whatever. But he said it's just like a disservice to, or it's not good because this is telling a lot of women they get sexually abused or anything like that to not come out of, you know, not to speak on it, to not reveal that situation and everything, because it's like this is like going to happen, like, and nothing's going to happen. So he's saying that's sending a bad sign or something like that. I think that's what he was trying to say and everything. But I don't think that's so. I just think this is an individual situation.
Yeah, let me chime in, because I don't think that's the sign that they're sending. What they're saying was he was falsely imprisoned.
Right.
Bottom line. Because when he was recorded the first time, he was recorded as almost like a civil case.
Yeah, a civil case.
It was tried as a civil case.
Right.
So when he got locked up, they like spent it to a criminal case.
Right.
And that was wrong.
Okay.
That wasn't.
During the civil case, they said, "Oh, we're not going to try you as criminal."
Right.
Yeah.
Right. They're going to try you as civil. So therefore, they flipped it around, and they like almost like falsely accused.
Right.
Or falsely imprisoned.
Yeah. False imprisonment.
Yeah. So that's a technicality.
Right.
You gotta let them out.
And they were saying something like about the district attorney and the judge had some type of beef going on.
Right.
And a whole bunch of stuff.
Right. So I'm not saying he was right, or I'm not saying he didn't do what he did. I'm just saying the Justice Department made a mistake, and you can't blame him. People are blaming him for what they say he did. It's not his fault. He's out. It's the justice, the criminal part, or the
justice system.
Yeah, justice system. That the reason why he's out, because they made a bad move.
Well, let's be clear. The man got money.
Right.
When you got money, justice works for you.
But you know something? Money don't always get everybody out.
Well,
nowadays,
a lot of
no, not nowadays. I mean, you got people that got money that's still in.
Yeah, but his lawyers definitely worked that and found that technicality.
Exactly. That's what happened. His lawyers worked their mojo and got him out. Not the fact that he got money, he paid somebody.
Yeah, but he paid them to be working hard. But some judges, like for you, they wouldn't have found that technicality probably for you, because they probably would have gave up after you had went in. You wouldn't have had no more money to pay them.
That's what I'm saying.
So they would have gave that.
So what I'm saying is he didn't pay the Pennsylvania state the money. He paid his lawyers to dig in those loopholes and find out what happened.
Right.
I'm still locked up. So what I'm saying is he didn't pay to get out. He paid his lawyers to do their job so he can get out. That's what I'm saying.
I want to hear from Camille. I need to hear what she been thinking about all this.
She said, "Thank you, Jesus."
What's Camille like thinking about these?
Was they broke up or anything?
No, he went home to her because they said that
they still together.
When they was going through the trial, Camille wrote a letter to the judge, basically cussing him out, telling him he wasn't shit.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
But
I mean, I don't know, man. I think that hey, he out. That's good. I think it was wrong what he done. If he if he drugged all them women and everything, it's definitely wrong. Nobody should be drugging nobody for sexual purposes or anything, or drugging nobody, period.
Right.
Plain and simple as that.
Because that can't be fun.
Yeah.
I don't drugging somebody and they pretty much out of it.
Not for the victim.
Right.
Exactly. Passed out.
Have you ever got somebody drunk and had sexual activity with them?
I don't get nobody drunk.
Okay, they got drunk on their own.
I mean, yeah, but it's like you said, it's not fun. That's
right.
not. It's not. To me, it's not fun. And this is before I got married. This is a disclaimer. I'm putting it out there. But what I'm saying
Wife
is,
watching.
I'm not married no more. So. What I'm saying is, to me, when it just happened one time, it wasn't like, I didn't have fun. It was like almost like nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Like a dead body.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you want somebody to interact with you, not just lay there like, So no, I didn't like that.
Yeah, that's not.
I didn't get them drunk.
Yeah, that's not.
They just had more than what I had because I know when to stop, and some people don't know when to stop.
Right.
So they got too drunk, and
it
was like, oh boy,
let's do this.
Yeah, so
He said, let's do this.
it was like, let's do it.
Yeah, or you ain't never. Nobody been drunk and you been with a under the influence type person.
I mean, there's a buzz, but I mean, nobody.
Everybody was conscious of what they was doing.
Yeah, everybody was conscious. Yeah, nobody's shit faced.
Yeah,
I get sleepy. Yeah, I'll just if I get too, if I drink too much, I just fall asleep.
Yeah, they probably take advantage of you.
I might remember that.
You might remember that, right?
I'll remember that.
What about you, Jim?
Like Lack said, I ain't gotta get nobody drunk.
Okay.
Sometimes if you're,
I don't like drunk women anyway. I don't like drunk people.
All right, I don't like drunk people.
Drunk people are annoying.
I was just saying, it's like, why would you want that though? Somebody is under
the influence. Yeah, like I said, it's boring. I mean, I don't like when people be all wild and all. I don't like women being all. How women can be so extra when they get drunk. I don't like being around those people. I'm saying the same thing you say. I don't like when people get drunk and be all wild and extra. I don't like that much attention. You know what I'm saying? I don't need that much attention on me. I'm like, let's have fun and let's be sociable.
Yeah, even when you at a club and if you run into like somebody who's a young lady or so, they've been like drinking a lot and they just having too much fun. Just like all over you. They might be, oh, come on, let's do this, party, this and that. And they drunk and you like, man, I ain't even trying to party.
Exactly.
Do you encounter a lot of that in your profession?
I mean, I used to, not my profession, but
I mean, you're a promoter, a club promoter, all that. So,
and actually, right now, I promote the strip club right now. Club Ecstasy. Shout out to Club Ecstasy. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
7 days a week.
Y'all owe us on that one.
7 days a week.
7 days a week. We in the building.
Y'all owe us on
Club
that
Ecstasy. Check
Even
us
on
out
the Lord's
anytime.
Day, they up in there.
Yeah, even on the Lord's Day.
Really?
That's
Every
probably His
day.
day.
Every day is the Lord's Day. We gonna go to church. If you want to go to church, we can go to church.
Oh, you a Bible thumper now?
Yeah, I can do that. I can do all that. I'm gonna show you how easy it is.
Just still promote a strip club.
Yeah. But in the strip club, I noticed that a lot of women there actually have to drink in order to perform their job.
Someone like the
Drink or do other things that you probably don't see them doing.
Yeah,
Right, they doing. Yeah, I don't see them do the other stuff if they doing anything else. But I have seen them be like under the influence, and that makes them,
A little bit
make it through their night a little bit better. To deal with.
What's the average age of them?
I mean, you got to be 21 and up.
But what's the average age? They like 25.
Yeah, about 25, 26, and they, 25, 26 is the average age, probably the most of the females that come in here to perform and everything.
Well, what's the hiring process?
The hiring process, is auditions is every Monday, and all you got to do is bring your ID and dance, get up on stage, do 3 songs, and see what you can do on stage for 3 songs.
So you're the Simon Cowell of the strip club.
No, I'm not. I don't do the.
It's a panel, 3 of y'all. You're writing down your notes.
He can write down without looking either.
Right. Most of the hiring process is basically auditioning. It's really not an audition. It's really a interview and filling out paperwork. Because there's a lot of
interview. They ask some questions.
Yeah, they ask some questions, and you got to explain. The rules, the employee handbook. You got to explain the employee handbook and what to do and what not to do, what's allowed and what's not allowed in the business. And then you have to fill out all the proper papers. Your ID, everything have to be checked. Everything got to be, legit and put into the system. Everything got to be in the book. And so once that's clear, and then you go see if you can even walk in them 6-inch heels and stuff, and you can walk in them 6-inch heels and dance up on the stage in there, because you can't come on the floor without your heels on, your dance shoes. Right. You can't be walking around there barefooted or anything, or in some little footies or whatever.
Right, because that ain't sexy.
Yeah, that's not sexy. So you don't want to get a club a bad name, like people walking around there. Them little Crocs and them little fluffy little slippers and stuff.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question: Is it medical and retirement planning?
No, I mean you like self-employed. This is a self-employed.
1099.
This is a self-employed business.
Yeah. So do y'all 1099 them? I mean,
it's a self-employed business. They just do their own thing. Okay. They not working for us. They working for themselves.
Okay. I mean,
Oh,
okay.
So all the cash they make obviously belongs to them.
All this belongs to them. It had nothing to do with us.
So some strippers actually form an LLC and everything.
Yeah, they have. Some of them does have a whole LLC, and they have a whole business going on. A lot of them, they got that going on now. They doing their thing properly.
So do they pay in? Do they got to pay to dance?
Oh, yeah, they definitely got to pay the club to dance. I mean, you pay. It's really not a pay in or anything. It's not a payout. It's like you paying for like your locker fee, your dressing room fees, and stuff like that. So you paying for that type of service, the amenities that you getting when you come there.
Okay.
I didn't even know that was a part of it.
Yeah.
That's why I asked. I'm pretty sure it had to be. I mean, I saw
it's not like you're not paying.
Okay, we all saw that.
So Players Club, is it like a Players Club type deal?
It's not like you have to be paying the club. It's like a condo fee.
Oh, deal. No, not a condo fee. It's like a HOA.
Yeah, HOA fee. You pay.
It's like if you go to a barber shop, it's a chair fee.
Yeah, yes, a chair fee. Yeah,
something like that.
Booth rent.
Booth
rent and stuff. You paying that for that time.
Right.
And stuff.
It's a business.
It's definitely a business, and it's a good business for a lot of them. Some of the dancers making good money. Go home with $1,500, $2,000 sometimes.
What?
You thinking about dancing?
What?
I'm in the wrong business.
You mean they can get more at the strip club than the house?
Well, maybe I can get some clients.
Hey.
Yeah, you could sell them some houses.
There you go. I'm like, hey,
they got money to buy houses, really, and that's what they need to be,
Poured into it.
Into that direction instead of just,
into,
because you making all this money, you can buy some property,
Yeah,
It's
just you ever watched that show $1 Million Listing New York?
I seen the one in L.A.
Oh, okay, it's one agent on a very, very successful agent. He used to be a porn star.
Okay.
But of course, he's out of that business for years.
Okay.
But he's like from Sweden or something, and he used to be a porn star. Right. He got into real estate much later.
Okay.
And I would think that would just damage your reputation or credibility, but nah, dude was just stratospheric.
Selling houses. He just selling mansions.
Selling all kinds.
That type of business, that type of industry. That industry is like one of the oldest industries, and that's a lot of money come from the porn industry, the sex industry,
sex work.
Yeah. And so a lot of people made it to certain levels in life off of that. made their money that way.
Yeah.
But to sell to school.
Yeah, plus the him being a porn star now or agent, he can sell back to his porn stars.
I guess.
So his clients. So you know what I'm saying? 'Cause,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's a porn club. You know what I'm saying? So he can reach back to them like, look, I got houses for sale. You know what I'm saying? So that can be a
there's definitely a community for it. There's a community.
Right. So
Yeah, definitely. All right.
Right.
It's right.
Yeah, we live on the Dap It Up Live podcast. You know how we do it. We got a special guest in the building, Eric Nicholson in the building. We was talking about real estate, but we went into a whole lot of different other little topics and stuff. And we love, we like to just dap it up. You know what I'm saying, Eric?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? We like to just talk about a lot of things. Anything else that you do in the community or out here that you're doing. I know you work out. That's another thing I want to ask you about. You're working out. You work out regularly, don't you?
Yeah, I work out regularly. I mean, we're all a work in progress, but yes, I do. I work out regularly.
Right.
At Sport and Health over there on Capitol Hill.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
You just like to stay fit.
trying to stay fit. With COVID last year, COVID. I put on a little COVID weight. So
Not trying to compete in no bodybuilding or
Oh
anything.
no, I ain't got time for that.
That's a different.
That's a whole other level.
Yeah, you gotta know how to do it.
I
I
got
got
things to do. Get up, going out, work out in the morning, get my day going. Just trying to be healthy, and
Yeah, but I know you was you into working out back in the day when we was like
No.
running around?
Nah.
Me and Keith.
We didn't have no gym. Y'all were working
me and
out
Keith
more.
would be like on his back porch lifting weights and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
You was sparring.
Yeah, Keith was the
Adams, come get
gym.
this dude, man. Yeah, Adams
Yeah,
was
Keith
like,
was the gym junkie.
yeah,
for the
he-
most part.
Backyard junkie.
Backyard
He don't
workout.
go to gym.
He's
Yeah.
probably started going to the gym too, because I remember one time, that Keith invited me to the gym. I was on one of the little buddy passes or something to go to the gym with him. Went to work out and everything. It just wasn't for me. Because I was always a small dude, you know what I'm saying? I'm always small, slim dude, And so I was in there working out, and I don't know, too many dudes come out. Hey, how much you weigh? How much you this? How much you that? And I'm like, why the fuck does they keep fucking with me about my weight and size,
Oh.
Then I go into the little locker room thing, and it's just like men just hanging around and shit. I was like, nah, I don't like this spot right here.
They was hanging around you?
No, they was hanging around in the dressing room. Right? You must go in there in the locker room. You must go in there and come out. They in there smoking cigars, like they chilling and shit.
They chilling.
They doing blockers.
Yeah, they just like, y'all come here to chill in the locker room. What the fuck is going on here?
Chilling out there.
Chill at home. I'm trying to get dressed. Y'all chilling. I can't even there watch somebody watch a female run on a treadmill or something,
Right.
And I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm getting my little workout, I'm doing my thing, but I was like, I ain't like that feeling. So I was like, nah, Adam, I can't come back here, man. I want to get fit, but not this.
This ain't the way I
want to
do
do
it.
that one right there.
Oh, that's funny.
I mean, that's just. I don't know if they still allowed it, but they should have a time limit in the locker room, man. Go in there, change your clothes, get the hell out of there, man. Sitting on that there just chilling.
What's the time you go
I'm
inside?
telling you, there's dudes that be hanging out in the locker room. I just didn't like that feeling. I don't know. How you feel like?
I mean, I feel the same way you feel. I mean, go in, get dressed, gone. You got to sit around.
You don't
and
hang
chill.
out in the
But
locker
some
room.
people-
dude.
No, I don't.
But some people, they go in before work, and then they go in there taking a shower and getting dressed.
But,
Yeah, I know that. I do this. I would do the same thing, but I do what I got to do and get out of there.
Yeah, not
I'm
hanging
not
out.
going to be lounging, drinking a
Well-
martini and shit. Right?
Right. I mean, but now they just but gyms have really expanded their services. They
Right.
you got the sauna, you got the steam room, you got
Yeah,
the jacuzzi.
yeah,
So
yeah.
now it's like people hanging out a little bit in those kind of
Yeah.
situations.
Okay, in the sauna, say, do you do the sauna thing?
No, I hate heat.
You
So
hate the
I don't
heat.
do sauna. I don't do the steam room. I hate the heat. So I'm like, if I'm going to sweat, it's going to be because I'm doing my spin
What's the
class.
purpose of a sauna?
But the sauna is more
A
therapeutic.
Sauna just basically.
It's more
help you
therapeutic.
sweat.
No, it's going to help you help your muscles recover.
Oh, okay.
That's for recovery.
So heat helps your muscles recover, like the steam.
I mean, that's what I've been told.
So do,
Okay,
so do
Most people work out and then they go into the sauna.
Right.
So do people bring their laptops in the in the gym?
Not that I've seen.
You know what I'm saying?
Probably nowadays.
People hanging out. They hanging out. You know?
But at least not my.
I don't know what he's talking about. I ain't never seen nobody hanging out in the gym.
Right.
I'm telling you,
If
I
anything,
went.
they hanging out when they working out and stuff like that. But
No, I seen.
I seen probably people
you
talking.
go down to
you know,
Hampton. When I went to Hampton Mall, that's where it was at the Hampton
yeah.
Mall gym upstairs, up there,
Bally's,
in
Bally's, yeah.
Bally's. It was too many men hanging out in the damn locker room, just chilling. And I don't know what purpose they was in there for. Maybe I was just noticing it too much. Maybe you was
looking too much.
Yeah, maybe I was.
You weren't looking for dicks, wasn't you?
No.
He said he was wrong.
Lord.
Oh my goodness, producer Jim. I would have hung out a little longer if I was looking for that, Jim. God damn, I was trying to get out of there.
He
So
said married 3 times.
Damn.
You think he's married 3
That
times?
would have been my hangout.
That's probably why he got divorced twice. Is that the reason why you got divorced twice?
I would have been a bodybuilder for sure.
Oh my God.
Hey, it's all good, man. You know, I'm just saying. I just thought that was just something that I just thought was a little, crazy. I don't know if Keith can remember that
Huh?
and everything. Keith might can remember.
I didn't even know he belonged there.
Yeah, he was there. He used to go work out all the time. Adam just, he's still probably working out.
Right. Oh yeah. He was always
He's still probably
more
working
fit
out.
out of the crew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got to get him on the show one day, and probably have a crazy time with him on the show.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
you on that phone.
I don't know what he doing. He got the iPad up.
I'm waiting until our followers. I'm paying attention to the followers that's chiming in. That's what I'm
They
doing.
don't see you up there?
Huh?
Oh, that's on your separate one.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they was live
Is
on
that your
all of them.
face?
Yeah, Facebook.
Facebook
So
Live.
I'm saying I'm waving. When somebody's chiming in, I'm waving let them know we see them.
You tell them to go to heck on Dap It Up podcast once so we can see their
That's
ass
what you gotta
too.
keep repeating that.
Go on to Dap It Up podcast.
You keep plugging that.
Look, listen,
Go to Dap It Up podcast
listen,
so we can all be on the same accord
Listen.
on this
So you can
podcast.
consolidate it.
It's Dap It Up and My Live. This is
Okay.
both of them.
All right, well, we want to see them. That's why I wanted to see the
we do
comments
want to
up
see
there.
everybody go to one,
Yeah.
so you can consolidate, so you can see the numbers.
Yeah, go up.
And people do.
Yeah.
If you go back and listen or look or watch, the next day, a day after, you will see that people been watching.
Oh yeah, we know that people been watching. Definitely, I go and check that all the time. That people definitely has been watching most of the podcasts, and the numbers is definitely going up. And we definitely appreciate all the followers and the listeners and stuff that's chiming in every Thursday with us from 8 to 10 on the Dap It Up Live podcast. We definitely appreciate that for sure. So, but we just want to get everybody to go to, one or two of the platforms and just stay on this so the numbers can continue to go up. It does, I think it's going to still build regardless anyway because everybody going to go where they want to go to watch it. But just continue to watch and everything.
Stay tuned.
Producer Jim?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Since we are approaching that hour, we do want to give Eric a chance to, plug his stuff and
Yeah, definitely.
tell people where they can find him. If you
Right.
want to give out his cell phone number, email address, all that type of stuff. Yeah.
Well, let's just start with my IG.
Start with the IG.
I'm on Facebook. Eric Nicholson, Facebook. I'm also on Instagram, Eric Selling DC. Your agent here in the DMV. Work for TTR Sotheby's. I work in all price points. I can sell you a trailer and I can sell you a mansion.
Right.
And everything in between. So
Oh, yeah, that's great.
I may work for a luxury brand, but we don't. But I'll also give you luxury service.
And I did ask you this question. Did you sell, out-of-state properties? Can you sell any out-of-state properties?
Well, out of state meaning I'm licensed in Maryland, DC, and Virginia.
Okay. So,
Out of that area, no, I'm not licensed.
okay. All right. I was just wondering, if I was like, I want you to find me a place down in Florida.
I can refer you to a good agent to wherever you want to go,
Okay.
for sure.
So you would link up with
I will link you up with an agent.
Local
and-
agent.
Yeah,
down there. Okay. So you know some agents down there?
I do.
Okay.
We're a huge network. We can always find you
All right,
something.
well, I'm definitely, when I get ready, I'm definitely going to come to you, and so you can recommend that person to me, that agent to me. Because, soon when my money get right, I'm definitely trying to buy something down in Florida.
And you want to
Jim,
keep your place here?
Yeah, I'm going to keep my place here, though. I want to keep my condo here in case I run back and forth for a while.
Okay.
When
Gotcha.
the hurricane season come, my wife going to want to come back up here. You know.
That's why you got to move to the Tampa area.
Yeah.
Because Central Florida doesn't have that harsh weather like Southern Florida.
But you know, I'm just trying
it's by
to
the coast.
I'm trying to be like 30 minutes from Miami, 40 minutes from Miami at the most.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Fort Lauderdale. I mean,
yeah, Fort Lauderdale. I like Fort Lauderdale a lot.
That's not sinking, is it?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's still kind of.
I know all those places by the coast. They said it's going to be underwater.
I think they're gonna build enough levees. The technology nowadays, if they got cars driving themselves, they're gonna be able to have some type of pumping system.
Mother Nature, global warming got something to say about that
push
too.
this water back out to sea.
Push the water back out to sea.
Yeah, or something like that. Or hey, what about Dubai? Ain't Dubai a man-made place? Dubai. Then they dump all that.
They made those islands.
Yeah, they made them islands. They dump all that sand there and rocks and dirt and sand there. So that was man-made. So
yeah, but they don't
I'm pretty sure they could do something like that for Florida area.
Yeah, but the sea or that water might be different. You know. Than,
you just gotta build
Atlantic
it. You
Ocean.
just gotta build it up, and that's what they gotta have to do. They have to drop some rocks and get it from somewhere.
Because I think those islands are built in the sea, not an ocean.
Okay, they built out in the middle of the sea.
Something like that.
That's what happened.
Don't quote me.
I saw that a long time ago. Like that was like 10 years ago or something when I started.
No, island's been there for a long time.
Yeah, I started. It was like 10, 15 years ago when I started. I actually watched the whole documentary or whatever on how they built them islands and stuff.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, so they like really showed, really bringing the dirt in, doing everything. They was doing a lot of stuff and stuff. So I actually sat there and watched that for a long time.
So you basically want to live in South Florida?
Yeah, I want to live in South Florida, basically. I mean, like to say, Fort Lauderdale area is best for me. That area.
I went there for the first time around New Year's. It was a good time.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I enjoyed it too. I just went like 3-4 weeks ago, I think, and it was pretty good. So I enjoyed it. I just liked the area. And the only reason everybody say, "Why you like Florida?" It's just it's when I go there, it seems like all the stress is gone. It could be just a mind thing or whatever. But
it's conspiracy theory.
It just feels that all my stress is gone, and I never had no stress in Florida. So I just feel like, hey, that's where I need to be.
You never had no stress till you live there.
Yeah,
exactly.
when I live there, but
you go there on vacation, so you're not gonna have stress on vacation.
Right.
Yeah, I feel that too. I thought about that process too, like that. Hey, maybe because when I go there, I'm trying to prepare myself where I don't have to work when I go there.
There you go.
So if I ever move there, it'll be a situation where I really don't have to work. So I'll be down there chilling, enjoying myself. I'm not going down there.
Bothering.
I'm not going down there to have a business in painting and stuff like that. Even though last time I was down there, I did talk to a gentleman down there, and he was like, he picked up from somewhere else and came there, and he started his business, his auto business and stuff like down there. And he was, he said he work every day, he fixing cars and stuff every day. He doing great. He was like, man, the painting down here is every day it's painting down here. Because them houses, you see them, they like yellow, pink, green, this and that. And now all of them have homeowner association in all them neighborhoods, and them houses got to be painted. They have to be uniformed and nice all the time.
You do external?
Yeah, exterior work.
Exterior work too? Okay.
Yeah. So he's like, all them houses got to be painted all the time. So it's like, they got to be done. And most people are not going to paint their house, but they got to be freshly painted. So the homeowner association going to come around and say, your house got to get painted. It's too dirty.
Right.
So you're going to have to put a fresh coat of,
right,
beige paint on there, or them nice colors they use down there on them houses and stuff. So he said the businesses would be great for painting down there and stuff like that. But that's not what I want to go down there and do on a regular. I want to go down there after I made this city money up here and go down there and chill. And
that's
just,
right.
The
paint jobs will be there if you need them.
Yeah, if I need them. If I pick them up as I want. If I want to do one, I'll do one.
Right.
And we keep it moving from there.
But this has been fun, guys.
Yeah, this is the Dap It Up Live podcast.
Yes, sir.
You know how we do it each and every Thursday night. Right here, we had Eric Nicholson has been on the show. That's our man right there. Homeboy from the neighborhood. He came in and showed us some love tonight educated us on the real estate game.
Yep.
You know,
I'm here for you if you need a buyer or sell.
if you need a buyer or seller, make sure y'all check Eric
What's
out.
the social media again?
Social
Is
media
it
one more time.
ERI?
Yeah, Eric. Yeah, ERIC Selling DC. Eric Selling DC.
Okay.
Yeah, and if you you know, let Eric know you heard us on Dap It Up podcast. So when y'all do call him, let him know where y'all heard him from. You know,
So you can get 50% discount.
he just go.
Use the code DAP
He just gonna work with you. He just gonna work with you a little. He gonna work with you. You know, pretty much. You know, he gonna like okay. He just gonna dap you up when he's see you. All right.
My team and I will take very good care of you for sure.
Definitely. You know, so
Yeah.
if y'all definitely looking for a new home in the metropolitan area, hit Eric up. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate y'all listening to us again tonight. We didn't get too amped up tonight. Y'all know how I get, you know. But Eric, you can come back on if you want to get into the conspiracy and all the different topics of the world.
Sure,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
I see. I sit over there.
yeah,
Always good to catch up.
I can really go. So you know,
Uh-oh.
and I held back a lot because A kept on looking at me. Lack kept looking at me a little bit. So I said, I ain't gonna go too much. Right, Lack?
Ain't enough time in the show.
Ain't enough time
You know
in the
what I'm saying? We all
show.
got to talk.
He got to talk at least an hour and a half.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
we at least got to say something, you know.
Let me and Lack get 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's all. We don't want that much.
We're going to have a whole sports show when you bring that dude on here from that dude.
David
from,
Wingate.
Yeah.
When you bring David Wingate on here.
But it still ain't going to be about
Work
sports.
on it.
It's about life also.
It's about
It's
life.
going to be
yeah.
about life.
He just
Yeah,
happened to be,
I can get in
you know
on
what
some
I'm
life now.
Yeah,
You talk
that's
about
all.
some sports. You athletic.
Yeah. Well, I play
Probably play soccer.
tennis.
Tennis. Oh,
guy.
you good at tennis?
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, I play tennis,
Okay.
man. Oh yeah, I've been doing that for years.
All right.
I actually learned it later in life because I wanted. It was just one of the bucket list things.
Right.
I wanted to do. So when I turned 40, I went out to my local rec, and rec center, Hillcrest Rec Center,
Okay.
and they were offering tennis lessons because they were for free.
Right.
And I just started learning. I got to a certain level. I joined a league.
Okay.
You know. and
Got any
started-
trophies?
No, you don't. There's a team trophy, but no, I don't have any personal trophies.
No individuals.
Yeah, you know.
You didn't win no tournament or nothing.
I won a couple, sets,
Okay.
against other, folks in the league. Yeah.
Okay.
So I got into it. So that was just. So I play a lot, but just not competitively, but with friends.
Right.
It's because it's a very, very big tennis town.
Right.
A lot of people don't know that about this area. Huge.
Oh
Tennis
yeah,
town.
I know it's big. And it's a big tennis place that Serena and Venus always go to over in Southeast.
Yeah,
over
you
there.
talk about the.
Did they donate the money to that to have that building?
They were part of the whole.
It's a castle type deal.
Well, no, the castle.
That's a different
That's
one.
a team.
This
yeah.
one on
Yeah.
Mississippi Avenue.
Yeah, I'm from Mississippi. Yeah.
Yeah, the tennis center. It's called the Tennis Center, Southeast Tennis and Learning Center.
Okay.
They actually, a couple of years ago, underwent a huge renovation.
Uh-huh.
It looks spectacular.
Right.
And the Williams sisters, they come every year.
Every year, yeah. I know.
Just to offer their because I think they were part of the whole part of the getting it built and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well, that's something great for the community right there too.
Oh, I've played out. I play over there all the time.
Okay.
Actually, they got family in the area.
Oh, they do.
Yes, I know for a fact.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
For a fact. So.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, we always, we definitely love the Williams sisters and stuff. You know, they always doing some good stuff. We've been rooting for them forever. I've been so a little disappointed that Serena is she backed out of the Olympics because of an injury, I believe. This time.
Yeah.
Wimbledon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she got injured, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so she said she's not gonna go to the Olympics this year and everything. But I don't know if it's Venus going or.
I don't think so. She's going to continue with Wimbledon.
Okay. Yeah.
Venus is so.
Oh, okay. Well, shout out to the Venus sisters. Williams sisters. Me, don't know what I'm talking about sometimes.
Getting late. That's what's going on.
Yeah, it's a Dap It Up live podcast, man. We really want to thank everybody for chiming in with us tonight. You know what I'm saying? Had a great time with you, Eric.
Yes, thank
speaking
you
with
for
and everything.
inviting me, man. This is
That's what we like to do. We like to
Yeah.
reach out to people, and I reach out, reach out, Jim. I'm gonna reach out to people and stuff like that. And we starting with our local friends that we grew up with. I try to reach out to a lot of them. Some of them don't want to come on and stuff like that. Don't want to support yet, but later on they may want to support,
That's
which
the
is
time
all
we're not gonna
good,
That's gonna be the time when they're not gonna be able to come on.
Yeah, now Lack gonna hold the
I'm gonna
hold
keep
it
it real,
down there.
because you gotta stop in the ground.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
I come out support the neighborhood
Yes,
boys.
support us become, get to where we need to be in this level of the podcast industry and stuff, because the podcast industry is definitely, it done blew up, and a lot of people doing podcasts and stuff.
Yeah, a lot of people in this space.
Yeah, and so it's very competitive out here in this business and stuff, but it's one good thing that we're doing it for fun right now,
And it's free.
And it's free,
You're not charging nobody to come on. We helping others.
Yeah.
This is a give back situation.
And this is something that, we like to
don't cost
do.
a thing.
And hopefully we might can pull out more than one day a week soon,
We can do that.
if it gets to that level to where we can pull out more than one day a week, and then we can keep on bringing on quality guests like Eric Nicholson to the show, and giving y'all some good information. And I hope y'all learned something today about real estate, the real estate industry and everything. And definitely give them a shout out, and give them a call if y'all need them. Definitely call them. Let them know where y'all heard us at. Y'all seen them on the Dap It Up Live podcast and everything. And we just appreciate it. We going to wrap it up a little on time, or we late?
Don't matter.
Late.
We always talking over time.
He said no.
All right.
So on that
Not we.
But we going to Dap It Up, fam. We definitely appreciate it. We got another great guest coming on next week. Stay tuned and everything.
Sure.
We appreciate y'all listening. This is the Dap It Up Live podcast, and we out of here. Let's dap it up, Lack.
Dap it up on that note.
Absolutely.
Dap it up, Jim.
Yeah, man. In years.
It was a great
This is
show
awesome.
again.
Yeah, awesome show, man. Thanks so much for
Which one?
Man.
Thanks again.
Thank you for inviting me. I mean, this is
Yeah, that was very
all
good,
press is good press.
We learned